to try to grow the game of golf, and the kids have had an amazing week. So all that's left in this PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship, the 36th edition, who's going to walk away with the hardware? There are 5 divisions, so we will crown 5 champions on today's final round. Let's take a look at our tournament format brought to you by Titleist. And it's been a fun 3 days here. It is a 54-hole stroke play championship. The 2 courses in play, Shoal Creek and Bentbrook Golf Course. We mentioned the 5 divisions. Men's Division 1, Men's Division 2, the Women's Division, and also the men's individual and women's individual. And everyone's trying to get their hands on this trophy right here. So let's take it through the action so far today. Man, it's a blowout for the Bison from Howard University. Top 3 golfers on that leaderboard play for Howard. They've got a 46-shot lead over North Carolina A&T. And meanwhile, for the men's individual, so these are players who are here not representing their team. Sparky Ari Chatwakin, the defending champ, has a 2-shot lead. And in the women's individual competition, Kyrie Moodley from UNC Charlotte, she's holding on to a 1-shot lead over the 2021 champion here, Fukai. Fran Charles with you alongside Smiley Kaufman and Steve Burkowski. We've got Julia Johnson and Doug Smith on the course. And here is Kyrie Moodley on 15, and Julia is there.
Going with a driver here, 225 to clear that bunker on the left side, and this is headed left.
It can get dangerously fast down there, Julia. There's a creek, some overgrown areas. We'll have to see.
And we go to the 14th now, and this is the defending champ, Sparky Ari Chatwakin, out of the fairway bunker on 14.
It's our smallest green at the golf course here at Shoal Creek. Very narrow, tough to hit in 2, especially from a fairway bunker.
The junior from Delaware. And here is the CM Mixon, Doug.
Yeah, 125 here to this whole location in the middle of this green. And he's got a high fly ball heading just right at the flag.
Just behind it, Doug, will be a pretty decent look.
Mixon a little frustrated. 2 over on his round today, but still obviously in the mix, just a couple of shots back. Meanwhile, here is Kentaro Nanayama, the sophomore from Purdue.
Yeah, only 83 yards. Had to contend with that lip and try to get something up quick. A little low shot there. Not too bad considering what he had.
I'd say it's very good from 83 yards. Fairway bunker shots, especially inside 100 yards, is not easy.
Make our way back to the tee at 15. Fukai next to play, the grad student from UNC Wilmington. Won this championship, as Fran touched on a little bit earlier, 2 years ago. Right in the mix again in 2023, Julia.
Playing well today. She's going with driver here. 225 to clear that bunker on the left side, but you really want to keep it just barely right of it. If you go too far right, you will run out of the fairway. Finishing something at that singular tree out in the distance would be great.
So Kine trails by 1. Good tee shot there at the 15th. Moodley in trouble. So we might have a change at the top of the leaderboard when this hole is done. Looking like it's going to be Moodley and Kine coming down the stretch for the women's individual championship.
It's been an absolute blast to hang with my man Smiley Kaufman all week. Fran Charles, final round action today, Smiley, of the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. And normally at an event, you're going to crown 1 champion and everyone's going to go home. Everyone's going to be happy. Today, we're going to crown 5 winners.
It's going to be a fun action day today, Fran. And there's nothing better than winning with your teammates. I played collegiate golf, and no better feeling than celebrating with your teammates. But also, it's a tight leaderboard with the individuals. So that's going to be something that we're going to be following the entire day. It's going to be very exciting.
And speaking of coming down the stretch, the 2 finishing holes, the par 5, the 17th, the par 4, 18th, how do you think that's going to affect what we're going to see in the closing moments?
The 17th is a classic risk-reward par 5. If you can get it far enough up there, you can give it an opportunity to go for 2, but there's a creek short, creek left. Pin's tucked on that left side today, so have to be careful. Get to 18. The pin is tucked all the way in that back left corner. Birdies would be tough to come by, but definitely some room if you're coming from behind to maybe make a move. So it's going to be action-packed.
Going to be a lot of fun to watch those finishing couple of holes. Back out to the leader at the 14th. Sparky Arichat-Waken, third from the bunker.
Yeah, got to be careful not to go over this screen, Burko. All right. Acceptable.
Drop back to the 11th. We're going to see the junior from Howard University, Marcus Smith Jr., the Bison winners a year ago. Well on their way of picking up a second straight, and it's been quite impressive to watch them all week long. And big reason putts like that. Way to go, Marcus Smith. Just dominating.
And we go back to the 14th. This is Kentaro Nanayama. A long birdie look here.
I'll tell you what, I'm still trying to figure out who's going to go. We got 2 balls down, 1 just off the green. But all right, the Boilermaker, he's chosen to putt first up this hill, Smiley. And as we've seen all week, this has got a little movement into it late right. But these greens run about 12.5 on the stem meter, so we've seen a lot of players today struggling in the early going, just getting the speed right up and down these ridges.
And that's very quick past the hole, and you're exactly right. I talked to Superintendent James Carroll the first time they were able to get the rollers down on the greens today, making these stemp out at 12.5 like you were talking about.
And Nanayama, the sophomore from Purdue, and from Jakarta, Indonesia, and finished tied for 1 in the individual tournament, the Badger Invitational. He's won multiple events on Junior Golf Tour of Asia. His father also played college basketball in Japan. This guy's an athlete. He's had a great week. Just a couple of shots back here. So we go back to the 15th.
Fu Kine from the fairway. Good look here, Julia.
Yeah, great drive here. 106 to this whole location today. She's on a downslope, though. So really important to make clean contact here. You want to slant your shoulders a little bit with the slope. She can go a little bit left of this whole location today. It's just 8 off the right. She has a pitching wedge in her hand.
Definitely a little left like you're talking about, Julia. Splitting that fan in the pin would be perfect. Or just go right at it.
And we go back to 14. Here's CM Nixon trying to get on track for birdie.
Yeah, take over 30 feet here. Just got to get this up this ridge and try to get it to turn left late.
I love that left first par.
Back at 11, the par 5, Everett Whiten Jr., the senior from Howard University, has played so well all week.
5 under 31 on the front 9, Burko. That is absolutely torching this golf course, and another opportunity at the 11th.
Back to the 14th, and Arichat-Waken for par.
Tell you what, he made a birdie 2 holes ago, then dropped a shot at 13. And now this is to avoid dropping shots back-to-back holes. And that's going to be his fate.
All right, back at 15, maybe Moodley catching a break after that tee shot.
Yeah, she got a good look at this hole. It is buried down just a little bit. She's going with a 56 degree here. Good contact there.
Should hold up on the back of the green. From where that drive was, Burko, that's a pretty good result.
And back to the 14th. As you see, Kyrie Moodley going to have a long birdie attempt. And Nanayama for par.
And got a little read from Mixon's putt coming up this hill. Knows it's going to come off. Break a little right to left. He's been playing some steady Eddie golf today. This will go a long way for some confidence.
How about that? And the big boy from Purdue knocks it down, so all pars on the back. Yeah, and he's just 2 shots back. We've got a great leaderboard here. The final round action of the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship at Shoal Creek in Alabama.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Chase Sapphire. Upgrade your travel and dining experiences with Chase Sapphire. And by ADT. When every second counts, trust ADT.
Your best golf doesn't have to be complicated. With Arccos, it's simple. Arccos is an award-winning app that syncs with sensors in your grips to track shots in real time. It's powerful data, but using it is simple. Getting the precise yardage for every shot, knowing exactly how far you hit every club, learning what you need to practice to get better. And if you own any of these clubs, getting started with Arccos isn't just simple. It's free. Just scan the QR code now. Arccos, the advantage is simple.
The Annika Award, presented by Stifel. Arkansas senior Maria Fossey saved her best for last, as her postseason run included victories at the SEC Championships, then an NCAA title in front of the Razorbacks fans, in her final event as collegiate golfer. This propelled Fossey to become the first player to win 2 consecutive Annika Awards. The Annika Award, presented by Stifel.
To be an icon, you need 3 things. Cobra Golf has all of them. Impact, check. Everyone you see here has beat the best in the world using Cobra clubs. Influence, check. Clubs you play right now were influenced because Cobra Golf exists. Awesomeness, check. Cobra Golf is completely obsessed with making golfers better by breaking conventions and shattering records. Just so you can get better and love this game even more. I'd call that pretty freaking awesome.
This is where the greatest stories begin. PGA Junior League is creating a world where each and every child can be a golfer, no matter what background or skill level. Guided by expert PGA coaches, boys and girls learn and play the game on teams with friends, wearing numbered jerseys and competing in a scramble format. The moment is here. The time is now. Join the team. To sign up, visit PGAJuniorLeague.com.
Best golf.
Wow. It's played here. What a shot. The PGA Tour's next job is the AT&T Byron Nelson on Golf Channel and Peacock.
Sparky Arachat Waken, 1-shot lead on the tee at 15.
Yeah, less than driver, back-to-back bogeys. Has to get one in play here. Bunker up the left, 250 to the front edge, but this isn't flirting with it at all.
Got a quick moment to remind you that the PGA Tour's best golfers heading to state of Texas, the AT&T Byron Nelson. All the action gets going. First round coverage tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on Golf Channel and Peacock. CM Mixon next up at 15.
Tell you, Mixon looks like he can smell blood in the water right now. Burko, less than driver, and this is a seed.
Picked up that tee awfully quick, Doug.
Hit it like that. Might as well, right?
Absolutely. Got it on the downslope. That's a big hit with the 3-wood.
Yeah, Mixon just one off the lead. Take a look at the senior from Louisville, Bowling Green, Kentucky. He's playing in this championship for the 3rd consecutive year. Finished 6th in 2021, 9th in 2022. Right in the mix to take home the hardware. Maybe about an hour from now, CM Mixon making a statement here this week at Shoal Creek. But others still in the mix, like Kentaro Nanayama, the sophomore from Purdue. He's also just a shot back and has iron.
Yeah, it looks like open season right now. Everybody's kind of got this look in their eye like, hey, we're in it and we got to play some golf. This one's just up the right.
You're exactly right, Doug. Sparky's in control at 2 under, but he's got 3 other guys in his group chasing him down.
All right, to the green at 15 after the great recovery from the thick stuff. Moodley, long look at birdie.
Downhill initially, moving right to left pretty hard, and then wants to go back uphill as it gets closer to this hole. She's looking a little outright. Speed really important here.
Wow. Really good roll there, Smiley.
That was a great putt. Only about a foot by. Great speed.
She'll sneak in there, tap that one in for her par. Julia was talking about the pace, critical. Oh, she thought she had it. Solid par there by Kyuri Moodley, the junior for Charlotte from South Africa. 10 events this season, 4 top 15 finishes, twice a second-team All-Conference USA selection. Started at the University of South Carolina for her first year and then made the old transfer portal a hop up to Charlotte, about 100 miles away. Now Fu Kine.
Really similar line to Kyuri. She knows what this putt's going to do.
Love her putting stroke. Great rhythm. She just about made it, too.
That was to get a share of the lead alongside Moodley. So these two coming down the stretch. See who's going to step up and hit that shot or make that putt to secure the victory.
This individual competition right now is awesome.
Fu Kine, a winner a couple of years ago, looking for her second PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship title. But a little bit of work. One behind Moodley coming down the stretch.
Hey, LA Golf.
Hey, Scotty, what's got you down?
Well, I've been having some major performance anxiety. It seems like every time it matters, the ball just skips and skids right off of my flat face.
You know, it's so much more common than you think, so don't be so hard on yourself.
Really? So there is hope?
Well, there's only so much you could do with solid steel. But with my descending loft-based technology, it gets the ball rolling earlier. And having a bigger sweet spot also helps.
Gosh.
Tony, let's go out to dinner.
I'm in. I love my new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go.
Maybe we should just stay in.
Easy to take off, too. You don't even have to bend over.
Wait, let's go someplace fancy.
They also come in Max Cushioning for ultimate comfort. Try new Max Cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Let's face it, natural underarm deodorants that try to mask odor just don't cut it. Lumi changes everything. It's the world's first outrageously effective, aluminum-free, whole-body deodorant that's safe to use anywhere. Developed by an OBGYN after years of research, Lumi blocks odor from happening in the first place and keeps working for up to 72 hours. Claim your starter pack offer at LumiDeo.com.
America's best Mother's Day food gifts are now shipping nationwide. So if you want Jacques Torres signature chocolates, legendary New York cheesecake, Ina Garten's decadent chocolate cake, world-famous French macarons, or Duff Goldman's famous red velvet heart cake, Gold Belly it. Shipping the greatest food gifts to your door. Order now for Mother's Day and get free shipping anywhere nationwide.
For over 3 decades, it's been the tradition, but for the PGA Tour champions, it's the season's first big test.
First major of the year on the PGA Tour Champions schedule.
Regions Tradition on Golf Channel and Peacock.
We're back at 15. This a moment ago. Fu Kine, short one for par to stay one off the lead. All right. So that opens up the green for the group behind. In the fairway at 15, Sparky Ari Chatwakin with the lead, his second.
Yeah, 138, just a breath of wind out here. And I'll tell you what, the humidity out here is like wearing a sweater right now. Can't miss this right, got this left.
Hit the distance pretty well. Gonna be a tricky kind of putt from there, actually, but...
All right, let's go back to the green at 11. Everett Whiten Jr., this for birdie. He's made a ton of them this week, Smiley.
He sure has, and this is coming off that ridge there, moving left.
Sure. I mean, why wouldn't you?
How good has he putted it this week? Every time we seem to have him on, he's making bombs.
6 under through 11. That gets the job done. Let's go back to 15 with Nanayama.
All right, had a good look. This last, seeing Sparky just now. Sorry, just left the flights. It's okay.
Also another great shot. About 15 feet.
Mixing in quickly.
Yeah, Mixon up here only 120, but he's on this little bit of downslope. You got to be careful with that dynamic loft, Smiley, so that it doesn't get shut down on you. Hit that little low screamer.
It can get fast if it lands past the hole.
Kind of where we saw Fu Kine and Kayuri Moodley
a
short time ago. Jump up to 16.
And speaking of Kayuri Moodley, this is her tee shot at the 16th, playing 167 today.
167. Down 7. She's going with a 7-iron here. Anything short right is pretty good here.
You're exactly right, Julia, and she did that exactly what she was trying to do.
And welcome back to the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship, presented by Chase Sapphire. The final round action here at Shoal Creek, the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. And a look now at the past champions from the team perspective. So you got Howard winning a year ago, Cal State Dominguez Hills taking the Division II, Texas A&M Corpus Christi looking for the three-peat. Back to 16, here's Fu Kine.
A little bit of match play going on right now between Fu Kine and Kayuri. She saw Kayuri stick one close. She's not going to respond.
That's a great point, Julia. Kayuri applying the pressure, and maybe Fu felt like she had to be a little aggressive, but I tell you what, that's going to be a very difficult up and down. Moodley definitely in the driver's seat.
And that match play aspect of it certainly changes the dynamic as we go to 15.
And we have a similar scenario just with multiple players in this final group for the men. Smiley, as you said, coming down the stretch, they all have a chance.
It's unusual. You know, most of the time when there's 4 players that have a chance to win a golf tournament, they're all across the back 9, but they're all in the same group. It's something that we don't typically see, but for those watching at home, this is great. All of the action's here at the 15th, and nobody's got a better view right now than our man Doug on the ground.
Here for every step and every call, man. This is exciting stuff. I feel like I should either grow up and be a college golf coach or try to see if I got any status left. I got to figure this out.
I hear you there.
Well, what's interesting, though, Smiley, is the fact that I do love the plays from all of the players. They all identified that past this flag from the fairway left you kind of an uphill putt back towards this hole location. But those players that hit it just left the flag, they have these little double twisters, and Mixon will be second to play here, but he probably has the best look of them all. It's fairly straight, just breaking left as it crests. So a lot of subtleties out here in this green at 15.
Take a look at Yuki Leo, the sophomore from Michigan. Born in China, moved to Toronto for high school. Caught up with Zach Barlow, the head coach for the Wolverines, via text earlier today. Doug said he's diligent, a tireless worker. Sometimes we've got to kick him off the range to say, you know what? Take a break. He's just that kind of guy with a huge upside in Ann Arbor.
Well, of all the people in this group, he's got the easiest putt, or should I say the putt that's the easiest to read. This is just uphill, right to left as it approaches the hole.
Man, Doug, that rolled perfectly. The speed of the green, you can tell the difference. They're rolling out a couple extra feet today.
Yeah, don't forget, they're coming off of playing at Bentbrook, so that extra little speed is something that they haven't seen out here, you know, back in round 1.
And Fu Kine from the bunker at 16.
And that is just a really good shot. She only had 8 paces to work with. Got it on the green, trickling down towards the hole.
I'd say so. She actually got it far enough in the green side bunker. She actually had some green to work with. Very well done.
All right, make our way back to the green at 15. See if Mixon can roll this one in. It's High Sparky at the top.
Well, Burko, there's no scoreboards out here, so these players kind of no idea where they stand unless they're kind of keeping everyone's score and keeping an eye on things. And one thing about Mixon, he doesn't really care what anybody else is doing. He's kind of staying in his own lane and just worried about himself. But I tell you, of all the putts in this group, this is the one that I've kind of got circled as the most likely to make it. This is about a cup and a half max, Smiley off the right edge, and you can actually be somewhat aggressive, but as soon as that ball crests up toward the hole, it's straight downhill on the other side.
Well, you mentioned that you're not quite sure if they know where they stand. I got a good feeling these guys as competitors, they know what these other three guys are doing in their group at least. Just got a little left on them early, Doug.
Yeah, more focused on speed than line there.
And back to 16. This is the effort of Alicia and Gian for birdie. And nice putt up the slope. And we go back to Bentbrook Tuesday's second round. How about this? Alicia Gian on the 14th, playing 149 yards. Smiley. This is how you draw it up.
Yeah, it's so nice. You can see actually a little bit more wind out at Bentbrook than they're going to be facing out at Shoal Creek, a much more open property, not as much trees, and heck of a shot.
Yeah, 6 top 20 finishes this year.
Now those two enjoying their week here. Now Yama would enjoy this to get to 2 under.
Yeah, this breaks about double the amount you want to read, Smiley.
You want to make that try to go back to the right at the end, but just a little bit too much left.
All right, in with 4.
And back to 16. Here is Moodley. And Julia, she's got an uphill putt as well.
She's got a great look here. She left it in the perfect spot, 20 feet right below the hole. If this putt does anything, I think it's going to move left to right on her. She and Coach Ryan Ashburn found a spot just on the left side of this hole that she's looking at, but this is a putt she can be aggressive with.
You're exactly right, Julia. There's a couple shoulders coming off the bunker and on the back right part of the green, but she really isn't going to be having to deal with either of those slopes. Got the speed right. Still in control, Fran.
Yeah, I mean, she makes a par here. A little bit of pressure, again, like you guys talked about, match play situation, so it'll be up to Pooh.
All right, make our way back to the green at 15. Sparky, Archat, Waken try to extend that lead.
All right, we'll see if Sparky can get a spark right here.
Looks pretty good. Oh, just ran out of pace.
And back to 16. What's in this putt for Pooh Kine, Julia?
Not much, just 4 feet here, maybe left center of this cup with good speed.
It's well done.
That was a gutsy up and down considering the situation. She makes bogey and Moodley happened to make birdie. That would have been, she would have been 3 shots back, but still only 1 shot back. Very important up and down.
And we go back to the 12th, the par 4, playing 430 yards. Everett White Jr., this is the second shot. And this guy looks like a PGA Tour pro out here. 6 under through 11.
It's going to try to feed off of that ridge, and it's going to keep getting better and better. Y'all watch this. This is going to get awfully close to the hole, inside of 15 feet. I mean, I tell you what, he's getting the members' bounces. He knows where to hit it. I need to ask him how to get around Shoal Creek.
Unbelievable job. Time for 4th Northeast Conference Championship this year at 16. So to see him figure out just how far he needs.
I got 195.3. Someone's off.
I do find it interesting of the players in this group, Smiley. Sparky has his coach with him, and I actually applaud that because it goes to show you kind of how important this championship is to the folks up at Delaware. I'm not saying it's not to Purdue, Michigan, and Louisville, but I know what it's like to be down here without your coach and just having that comforting second voice That didn't go a long way.
Well, Doug, you've won this championship. Talk to me about the nerves that you felt coming down the stretch and eventually winning. What are these guys facing right now? What are they feeling?
I wouldn't call it nerves. I mean, definitely I think there was more nerves on the first tee, especially we saw CM Mixon get off to a rocky start this morning. Played his second shot from somewhere that not even you've seen one played for, but I think right now you just kind of go back to what you're used to doing and stick to your pre-shot routine and hit shots. This is 195 playing down the hill, so if I had to guess, I'd say this number is actually more like 85.
Let's check out our top tracer technology presented by Chase Sapphire.
Awfully aggressive.
The green's certainly a little firmer on day 3.
And quicker, too.
Downhill, the birdie attempt for Nanayama. And here is Mixon, who's battled back. +2 through 15. Doug, you won it. We just talked about it back in 2005. And for Mixon, he's the first African-American full scholarship golfer.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. They didn't give me any money. It's all right. It's fine. I'll take it.
But you're a pioneer. But you're a pioneer, see? You paved the way.
That's very exciting to see, but we've got to make sure we watch how he clears his lower body. He likes to play with a shut club face, and if you don't rotate through, left is the problem.
Be right.
That looks real nice.
Be right. Come on.
A little adrenaline.
That was a 7-iron. I think he just miscalculated that down. For him, he's kind of juiced up. You can see how he paces. He's got a very rapid pace. He probably could have got 8-iron just on top of that ridge front edge. Smiley.
Well, 198 total. He's thinking, no way I can hit 7-iron past that. But 8-iron, you're probably right. Could have been the right club selection after what we just saw.
And now, Yuki Leo. It's had a pretty good day, +3 through 15, just 3 shots back.
I just love the cadence to his swing. Watch how just effortlessly, if I could talk, this is.
Help
just left.
Yep.
Oh, man, he was trying to come back really quickly. 3 back and almost got 2.
Let's go up to 17. Jay-Z Dukes from Greensboro. Smiley, this is one of the holes you were talking about earlier that can set the stage for some drama coming down the stretch.
You're exactly right, Burko. That whole location's cut in the front left. Oh, my goodness. That is so good, Burko. It's so dangerous to challenge that left hole location.
All right, back to 16 and Sparky on the tee.
He's got 3 great balls to look at on this screen already. Smiley will see if he can be the 4th. Oh, this one's got to cover that left bunker.
It didn't, and he's going to be dealing with a shoulder. It's going to be a tough bunker shot.
Yeah, Sparky, the only player to shoot under par a year ago to win this championship at 3 under. Back with more final round action next.
AG1 by Athletic Greens gives you the daily nutrients that form the foundation for your health routine. It's made with the highest quality ingredients, put through the strictest quality testing standards, so everybody can own their health. Start your journey at athleticgreens.com.
I had been interested in getting my dog's DNA tested, and what I really liked about Embark was that I could get their breeds tested, but I could also get a genetic health screening done. Willie is at risk for kidney and bladder stones, and through Embark, I was actually able to have a consultation with a vet and learn a little bit more about it. Having this knowledge makes us feel really good because this is a thing we can prevent later on in his life.
Try today with promo code GetEmbark at embarkvet.com.
A wolf in the wild and your dog both share a hunger for meat. So we've added 20% more meat to protein-rich Blue Wilderness. Go wild with Blue Wilderness, now with 20% more meat.
I'll buy it.
Great. 11,000 like we agreed.
11 grand's a little steep, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got $400 here in cold cash, and I got my Nana's wedding ring.
What?
You like ocean stuff? Fresh frozen lobsters. If you add all this up, basically it's 11 grand.
Never negotiate with strangers again.
Room offered $12,000.
And welcome back to the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship, the final round coverage here on Golf Channel. And we are back at the 16th after Doug. We saw 3 good tee shots, and Sparky is in the bunker, checking out the work that he has left.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Smiley, I believe there was a tree and that tongue just left of Sparky, and this shot would have been harder than it is if it had a tree to go up and under.
That tree was just to the left of Sparky. He would have been fine, but if the pin was in the back left, it would have been tricky. But coming off the upslope,
yeah, got to get some spin on this somehow.
Very good.
You heard the word classy. I tend to agree.
A former member of the Thailand national team.
You heard that. The coach called him Sasha. We've been calling him Sparky. Now I'm going to have to figure out what to call him the rest of the day.
A man of many nicknames. And Mixon should be next to play. Or maybe Nanayama.
Well, Mixon has his ball down, but I'm not sure if he's actually picked it up from the actual shot just yet. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Mixon just finally marked. Got me confused out here. And I tell you what, you talk about being confused. Smiley, even the green book on these putts from the back edge have me lost. I'm just going to be honest. It's supposed to push up right, get to this little crest, and break back left to right. This is not an easy read here.
It's okay to be confused because this section of the green is very difficult to read. A lot of subtleties to it because you're getting competing edges that you're working with coming off the shoulder of the bunker with a slope, and then the slope that you feel right around the golf ball at the feet. I think we should move it a little to the right, but Doug, I expect fireworks at the 17th at the par 5, but we'll see if we'll get some fireworks here at 16.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my gut. This is going to start out left of the hole and turn right as it approaches the hole, but before it gets there, it's going to do a bunch of different stuff.
It's aggressive from Nanayama. So let's take a look at our PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship leaderboard presented by Chase Sapphire. And this is the final group in the men's individual we're talking about. And Sparky, Ari Chatwakin holding on to that one-shot lead. Just saw his beautiful play out of the bunker. And CM Mixon will be next to play. Mixon and Nanayama. One shot back, and Yuki Leo in the mix as well. So let's go back to the green. And CM Mixon has done a nice job with his composure, Doug, because he was not happy earlier when he dropped back a couple of shots and bogeyed 2 of his first 5 holes, but he settled in nicely here.
Well, yeah, his attitude's been spot on, and I'm very proud, fellow Cardinal here. But I tell you, looking back up this hole, back toward the tee, the overall tilt of this green is left to right here, Smiley. So this ball has to work right as it finishes.
Reach. Look at the run out and the greens. They're just, you can tell how much quicker they are today.
Absolutely. That ball looked like it had potential to maybe stop about 10 to 15 feet short, but just kept on rolling, so it ended up being a beautiful putt. CM wants it. There's no doubt about that.
He's thinking, no way it's going to be short. Hey, he could be tied for the lead heading into 17, depending on if Sparky makes his putt.
Let's go to the 12th after that great second shot from the fairway off the slope. Here's Whiten Jr. for birdie.
Love the way he grips the putter. Looks effortless. Reminds me of JT Poston, the way he putts.
I like it. Yeah, Whiten has dropped just about everything. 6 birdies on the day. He was actually shocked that one didn't go down. Here's Leo now.
All right, we'll see what the Wolverine has learned. He's seen this exact line twice. Knows it's left to right when it finishes. Tell you what, he makes this putt, we're going to have ourselves a sprint to the finish.
Yeah, gave it a ride. And so Leo and Nanayama playing that putt and that read pretty much the same way. We go to 17.
On the green, Jay-Z Dukes after the wonderful second. This for Eagle.
Some foreshadowing here for us, Burko, potentially. See what we're looking at as this next individual group comes up to this nice risk-reward par 5.
I like it.
Yeah.
3 in play, perhaps. Maybe a 6 or worse if you take it on.
Ari Chatwakin trying to get up and down at the 16th after his tee shot found the bunker.
This putt's just inside left, and it's one you actually have to be aggressive with. But tell you what, the way these greens and these subtleties are working right now, I could really just spin out. So got to be careful with speed. What a putt.
And you nailed it. Had to be careful with speed. He just tapped that bad boy.
There's nothing better than those momentum saving putts, especially when you have the lead trying to win a golf tournament.
And just another day at the office for the young man. Very calm and composed. A 1-shot lead with 2 holes to play. So I've been here before.
He doesn't look worried about a thing, does he, Fran?
No, right? Twirling that club. Leo trying to be clutch himself, Doug.
Now he got a really good read from the opposite side of the hole from Sparky. So read here, not the issue. It's just keeping in this championship and giving him a chance coming down the stretch.
Good work. It's a firm putt. And Leo stays 3 shots back.
Make her way back over to 17, the par 5. 3rd shot's upcoming. Kyuri Moodley talking things over as she gets ready to go.
And she and Coach Ryan Ashburn were very methodical about this layup. They played it over here to the right side of the fairway because it's a much better angle into this hole today. Cut 7 paces on, 5 off the left. Really tough pin position today. It's a 50-degree in her hand right now.
And you touched on that, Julia, yesterday. Don't fall asleep on the layups. Don't just hit it down there and then realize maybe not the number, maybe not the angle you'd like.
It's on a good line if it's the number.
Set. Please set.
Hang on. Oh, my goodness.
He can stay up over there, Burko. 2 weekends ago, the pin was in the same exact place, and my ball stayed up, so we'll have to see.
The one place you don't want to miss it.
It's the yellow penalty area, too, so she'd have to actually drop on the other side, too.
All right, so while that was going on, this is earlier in Nanayama for par. Okay, all right. And so a couple of good clutch putts at 16, and this group has moved to the 17th tee.
Yeah, just a wonderful looking par 5. This is probably one of my favorite holes on this golf course, Smiley. You got to hit this up the left with a little cut. Or you can hit it just down the middle, straight.
Hitting the fairways, step 1 at this par 5. Give yourself an opportunity, and Doug, that is so far up there. He's going to have inside of 200 yards, I'm thinking.
That ball had 0 curve on it.
Now down the fairway here at 17, Pooh Kine, her 3rd. She's got an opening.
She pushed it way down here, has only 65 yards left. 58 to the front. She really needs to be looking outright. There's much more green to work with over there.
And a backstop about on line with that stake behind the green. That was crispy there, Burko.
Yeah. Taking it on. Got to look at birdie. Drop back to 13, the par 3. Take a look at Everett Whiten. Got to expect it to be close considering what we've seen from him so far today.
Absolutely. 182 yards today. Playing like a tour pro. And that's one of the cool things out here at Burko.
Going to come back? Sure it is. All right, let's go back to the tee with Sparky.
All right, this is a bit of nerve check. We saw Sparky here back in round 1. Had a quick hook left Burko. We'll see where he is here. Wind just off the right, and he's done it again. This is left, but not as bad as we've seen.
Yeah, that's going to need some
Oh, no, it's underneath the bushes and the trees. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a swing on that.
Not good for the man trying to win this for the second straight year. Sparky Arichat Waken, the junior at Delaware from Thailand, sport management major. Looking to go 2 in a row in this PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship, but that challenge has gotten just a bit more difficult. Now Nanayama, see what he can do.
Tell you what, this kid absolutely cooks the ball. This is a draw. Start at the bunker, but he's lost this left.
Yeah, he's somebody that deals with accuracy struggles off the tee from time to time, and not the opportunity to miss the fairway at the par 5 17th. Coming down the stretch at Shoal Creek, the men's individual championship. 3 players under par playing the last 2.
Now ADT professionally installs Google Nest products.
Cool. You're all set.
So your home is safe and smart.
We're going to miss you.
You can check in on your home.
Arm the system. We should go.
Manage your system from virtually anywhere. And get intelligent alerts, like when a package has arrived. When the most trusted name in home security adds the intelligence of Google, you have a home with no worries. Brought to you by ADT.
Relax. Easy now. Find your happy place. The PGA Tour Superstore. It's all in the hips, where every swing is possible. Just tap it in. Yes!
Find all the latest gear, apparel, and personalized club fittings.
Is this goodbye?
We've only just begun.
Shop with the pros at Golf's Happy Place, the PGA Tour Superstore.
SkyCaddy has delivered award-winning GPS rangefinders for over 20 years. Our next-generation family, all Wi-Fi enabled with color touchscreens, provide instant yardages and stunning visuals. From the super lightweight LX2 to the powerful SX550, all deliver great features and accuracy golfers have come to trust from SkyCaddy. Plus, each one comes preloaded with over 35,000 ground map courses, exclusively for SkyCaddy users. SkyCaddy, nothing else comes close.
In the last 2 years, we quadrupled our team. At the pace we're growing, I couldn't keep up without ZipRecruiter. They do the legwork and they get my job posting in front of the right candidates. I love Invite to Apply. I instantly see great candidates and I can invite them to apply. We've hired across all departments: engineering, marketing, hardware, field techs. You can basically tell ZipRecruiter who you need, when you need it, and they deliver.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/golf.
The prospect of something bigger and better is looming on the horizon for the LPGA Tour.
Don't miss the LPGA's best in the Cognizant Founders Cup on Golf Channel and Peacock.
The PGA Championship heads back east to Oak Hill Country Club. We're bringing you the most comprehensive coverage live from the PGA Championship all next week on Golf Channel and Peacock.
Back at the par 5 17th, the approach did stay dry for Moodley.
Sitting up pretty.
Oh my goodness. Not going to get easier for Kyuri. Great month of college golf here on Golf Channel. If you want a little bit more, tune in to College Golf Talk, weekly podcast with Brentley Romine and myself. We'll recap the women's regionals, take a look at the men's as Moodley's now with her 5th.
Yeah, great one. Nice.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, well,
minimizes the damage.
The second shot wasn't easy. I mean, it's a difficult shot to get up there, to settle yourself and say to yourself, I'm going to get this one up and down and give myself a chance. Still a 1-stroke advantage over Pooh Kine.
Yeah, for the moment. Moodley's going to make 6. She'll drop back to 3 over, and Pooh Kine's going to have a birdie look. So we have an opportunity, Julia, for a 2-shot swing.
And she left it exactly where she needed to. She didn't get too cute with this whole location. She left herself a 15-footer here for birdie. Slightly downhill, maybe moving right to left on her. But a good look here.
Taking a nice deep breath behind the golf ball. Swings the putter with great rhythm. Nice high hands. Eyes right on top of the golf ball.
Oh my.
There's no way.
How does that stay? Take your time.
That's sad.
That close to being the outright leader.
Oh.
Earlier this week, players were invited to Beyond the Green, a career exploration event designed to educate and inspire talent from historically underrepresented backgrounds to pursue careers in the business of golf and beyond.
Y'all, welcome to Beyond the Green on the 2023 PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship.
This is our opportunity to inspire these young athletes. Today is the day that they get to see people that look like them, who can say, hey, man, if I see it, I can be it.
Seeing someone like me was really important to creating my vision and my career path of what I wanted to be. For us to be intentional, bring industry leaders of color and people throughout the community, and light the spark for these next generations of leaders in golf.
We're going to diversify this workforce.
I'm very grateful for this opportunity and to see all this stuff and see how much golf has brought to the table.
It really means the world because it's really not what you know, but it's who you know. Being African American, let's be honest, you know, there's barriers put up. So be able to have this opportunity to meet all these people is great to know that there's people out there who really care about our prosperity.
Their intentionality of the impact they want to make, that's very inspiring.
Great week, so many wonderful initiatives, part of this 36th edition of this great championship. Now Moodley, 4 bogey, gets it to go, now 3 over, tied with Pooh Kine heading to the last.
Where that whole location is at 18. Got to bring your lunch. It's going to be a tough hole.
Well, all that action was happening at the green. This was Sparky, Ari Chatwakin, wayward tee shot, just trying to get it back into play. Kind of fortunate he could get it that far, Smiley.
It's going to be another layup for Sparky, though. Didn't get it all the way back in the fairway.
All right, great opening here now for CM Mixon.
I'll tell you what, where that hole is cut, there's barely no room left of this flag, and he's got to be looking somewhere toward the middle of the green, knowing that Sparky's in trouble. He got a big opportunity, or maybe a 2-shot swing here at the top of this leaderboard. 192, this is the most wind I've seen here all week, probably 200 yards, playing just a touch downhill, so big shot here for CM Mixon. This is a high fly ball out towards the right bunker. Is it going to cover?
Or chip.
Well, we heard it hit something, Burko. I'm not sure exactly where that is.
All right, so while we look for CM Mixon's ball, Pooh Kine at 18, tied for the lead.
This is headed right towards that bunker. Needs to carry.
Julia looks like she just kind of lost her balance on that swing. Gonna have a decent angle. We'll have to see what the lie's like.
Now at 13, Whiten for another birdie. And if you see 12 under par there, if you're part of your team, you're not part of the individual championship that is up for grabs. You can be a medalist within the team competition. So if someone's tuning in and say, why isn't Everett Whiten Jr. winning this by 10? Again, he counts the Howard team score. He can be a medalist, but the individual championship, or for those here, not with their teams.
He's been the best player here this week, Burko.
Man, 12 under, awfully impressive. You take a look what head coach Sam Puryear has done in year 3. Won this championship a year ago. They're going to do it for the second consecutive season, led by the big two, as Coach Puryear told me. Gregory Odom Jr., Everett Whiten Jr. have really set a foundation for the Bison to do big things moving forward. So we go back out to 17 with Yuki Leo, his third.
All right, buck 05, tucked pin here. This is probably the best pin on this hole, Smiley.
It's dangerous. It's great. It's great for TV.
Great shot. Yuki's not out of it.
He's not.
Birdie finish, considering the struggles Sparky's having.
1 under very well could be a playoff. Sparky at 2 under currently. We'll have to see.
All right, we go to the 18th, and here is Kyrie Moodley, now tied for the lead with Pooh Khan, Julia.
And driver's a bit risky for Kyuri because she hits the ball so far that if she clears this bunker on the right, she does bring that water on the left into play. 245 to get over this bunker on the right. Needs to hug the left side of that. This is headed left towards that water. Needs to sit.
Looks like he's going to stay short. She's battling a little bit of a left miss off the tee. We saw that on 15 as well.
A moment ago at 17, third for Nanayama.
Oh, there's that backstop, and he's using it, Burko.
Like it. Fourth on the way for Sparky. Oh my goodness. Awfully impressive. Sparky, Ari Chatwaikin, won by 8 shots a year ago. If he's going to do it for the second consecutive time, going to be a lot closer. Stay with us to see if he can do it.
The Fred Haskins Award, presented by Stiefel, honoring the year's top male collegiate golfer. After redshirting the previous season due to a wrist injury, in 2020, Pepperdine senior Sahith Thagala bounced back to finish his college career in style. In 8 starts, Thagala posted 6 top 6 finishes, including 2 victories, helping the Waves finish the season as the top-ranked team in the country, and allowing Sahith to win the 50th Fred Haskins Award, presented by Stiefel.
What does the future of strength look like? It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
Internet without trackers. Without malware-ridden files. Zen. Be more cyber zen. Get NordVPN.
Men, how many bathroom trips are you making each day? Try Super Beta Prostate Advanced, the #1 selling formula in its category. Made with Prostafend, a triple action blend to help reduce urges to urinate. Find it at Walmart or these retailers.
Take a pea-sized amount. That's it. I rub my fingertips together like this. Apply it like a lotion. Fingertips, pits, under boob, thigh folds, butt cracks, feet. About 98% of our customers use our cream deodorant on places other than pits. This water-based cream, I'm telling you, it rubs in like a lotion. It's invisible on the skin. It works like a dream. Why didn't someone think of this sooner?
I want to be the leader of the pack.
I'm going to win. I'm going to own the beam. But first, I need to learn how.
Big dreams start at sportsengine.com.
back at 17, third for Mixon.
Yeah, had a horrible lie, kind of bare. Had to play it well out. Surprised he went as high as he did, knowing that long is death.
This needs to stop.
It did.
You just got to talk very
got to yell at it.
Very assertive with your golf ball, and it'll listen.
So he's got a look at birdie coming up, as we hope you're enjoying final day coverage of the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship presented by ADT. Shoal Creek, Bent Brook, wonderful hosts in 2023 for the 36th edition of this championship. And in the next 90 minutes or so, we're going to crown 5 champions as we wrap up 3 days of stroke play competition. The men's Division 1, men's Division 2, women's division, and then individual champs for the men and women as well. And we've got a couple of pressure-packed, dramatic 40 minutes or so with these individual races playing these final couple of holes. Because to go back out to the green, pars 5, 17th, and Nanayama's got a wonderful look here, Doug.
Well, this one's absolutely scrumptious. What a shot he hit in here. I mean, laying up. He hit that green or fairway bunker, Smiley, and then just took a sand shower to get the ball down the fairway. Then advanced it to here. So coming downhill, just a little right to left. This is a fairly easy read.
Right on line.
All right, back to 18, Pukine.
Ball way above her feet. It's going to want to go left on her, but she's aimed well out right, and this is on a good line if it sits.
What a great shot, considering where she was just positioned there, Fran.
Nicely done. 2019 the championship win as a freshman.
All right, back at 17, Mixon. He's got to look to get to 2 under.
Smiley, this is one of the hardest putts to read, because when you look at all 3 greens in this green book that we have, and pay attention to these numbers he's putting over here, and just hardly any numerical slope at all. If this is going to break, it's going to break from this left to right. It's going to do it very late in the putt. So you have to have to play this probably half in, half out on the left edge.
You could tell, just a little aggressive.
Kyrie Moodley second at 18.
She has a gap wedge in her hand, only 130.
All right, so in the bunker there, but has some green to work with, so this should be okay. See if she can get up and down again. So they're tied for the lead, and if they end up going to a playoff, they will start at the 14th hole.
Now, Sparky Orachat Waken, be a heck of a par considering the tee shot.
Yeah, hit it up in the nothingness up the left side, chipped out, iron down, wedged it to here, Burko, and this gently off the right edge.
Oh my gosh, it looked like it was going to turn in.
We got 3 guys tied at the top heading into 18 in this individual competition.
And we go to the par 4 14th. Here is Everett Whiten Jr., his second shot. And again, worth reminding people, he's playing for another great shot by Whiten Jr., playing for the team as Georgetown. So still he can be a medalist in the competition as well.
So with 3 players at 1 under, Yuki Leo has this to get to even and just 1 back.
Yeah, if he wants to get in the mix coming down the next hole, he's going to need this to fall. Left edge putt. He can actually keep the speed up if he so chooses.
Well done.
He was 3 shots back on 16T, now only 1 back. Just a par and birdie. It's
just hanging in there, giving himself a chance.
Patient. It's stressful out there in this group. It's hard to keep up with. Fun to watch, though.
All right, Mixon's got this, though, Doug. We sort of made it a formality.
Yeah, just left of where Sparky just made his putt. And that's good as well.
3 players at 1 under, another at even. They head to the 18th. A championship on the line here at Shoal Creek.
Age-related macular degeneration may lead to severe vision loss, and if you're taking a multivitamin alone, you may be missing a critical piece. PreserVision. PreserVision AREDS 2 contains the only clinically proven nutrient formula recommended by the National Eye Institute to help reduce the risk of moderate to advanced AMD progression.
PreserVision is backed by 20 years of clinical studies.
So ask your doctor about adding PreserVision and fill in a missing piece of your plan.
Like I did with PreserVision.
Now with Ocusorb, better absorbing nutrients.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
The all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioning, because the Tempur Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. For a limited time, save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets.
Well, that was the worst 4 hours of my life.
Get in.
I'll take one for the team.
Wait, can I come? At Club Champion, you don't have to settle for less than the best. Their fittings use data and technology to find over 20 extra yards on average, along with countless other improvements in every area of the bag.
So stop wishing for a better game when you can guarantee it.
Full bag fittings are just $100 with code BETTER at clubchampion.com.
Oh no, Paige, I'm bad too.
Should I hit a 5 or a 6? Where's the wind coming from?
What's the distance to the flag?
What did I hit the last time?
The best way to quiet the noise is with sound data. The Arcos app syncs with sensors in your grips to track your shots in real time, so you know your exact yardages in every situation. We even give you personalized insights to guide your practice to improve faster. It's the simplest way to play with more focus and greater confidence. Arcos, the advantage is simple.
Best golf. Wow.
It's played here.
What a shot.
The PGA Tour's next stop is the AT&T Byron Nelson on Golf Channel and Peacock.
All right, this earlier on the tee here at 18. This is Sparky Ari Chatwakin.
He's got a 3-wood teed up like a driver, and he's playing out of play. Made bogey at the last hole. The others made par. Actually, it was actually a birdie as well. Very confusing.
All right, now see him mixing live.
Yeah, set to let this one fly. He's lost this well right. This is challenging those bunkers to the right side of 14.
He wanted no part of that water off the tee and may have actually found the fairway bunker on 14, Doug.
All right, up ahead, Kyrie Moodley out of the bunker.
Got a good lie. She has green to work with, too.
Made a good sound. Pretty well done.
And back up to the tee. Nanayama with an iron, Doug.
Yeah, very seasoned play. You can tell he's been here before in a position similar. This is up the center stripe.
Okay.
And let's go back up here to 18th. Pukine for birdie in the win.
Bit of a double breaker here. We'll go right off her feet and then come back left.
She's trying to come back left. She nailed the speed, loving the way who is putting the golf ball.
We've got some drama here down the stretch. So, Pukine or Kyrie Moodley, who's it going to be? We could see a winner at 18, but if we do not, they'll play sudden death and go back to the 14th hole. Yes, really fun in both the men's and women's individual competition. All right, Julia, here we go. This report.
This is a big putt. If this doesn't go down, you have to think she's lost this tournament. So this is playing a bit out to the left. She's expecting this to go right, maybe. And it's really hard to judge. There's slopes coming from the left side and the right side. And it didn't go right.
That's unfortunate. She had a one-shot lead going into 16, slightly stumbling down the stretch, and an opportunity and the doors wide open for Pukine to win this championship. Well, Julia was talking about it, thinking it should go left, and honestly looked like she had her line about left center, starting it about there, but probably was an outside right putt.
Yeah, she putted on her line, so she'll be thinking about that for a little while here. This is Alicia Gian, and she is going to putt for par. Gian with a good year so far, 6 top 20 finishes. And, nicely done. She was second at the Colonel Classic this year. And now Pukan with an opportunity for a victory, which, by the way, for her would be back-to-back because she didn't play here in 2022.
She won at TPC Sawgrass, Julia.
There's not much to this putt. She had a beautiful lag to get it to this point.
There it is. Pukan wins the 2023 PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship in style with some drama down the stretch. And for her, it is back-to-back championships. Didn't play a year ago. And nicely done. From UNC Wilmington, and I'm sure she's here by herself, but all the Seahawks teammates back home are probably thrilled, and just a really impressive week for Pooh. Playing in her graduate season from Myanmar. And again, won this tournament, as Smiley said, at TPC Sawgrass in 2021. 2019 first team All-CAA and the 2019 CAA Rookie of the Year. Pukan, big smile. She enjoys a victory here. To sign that scorecard, and you feel as happy as you feel for Pukan, you definitely feel for Kyrie Moodley as well with that bogey at the last.
Most certainly, sure, but great sportsmanship.
Now we go back to the fairway at 18. Here's Nanayama.
133, just downwind, and this is a sitting duck pin if I've seen one.
A little conservative. That'll be an uphill putt. Looks like that wind is starting to pick up, though, Doug.
Yeah, no question. It kind of came at us on 16 is when we first started feeling this new breeze. And again, Smiley, this is the most fan we've felt all week.
Matt Mixon's ready to go.
Well, he's playing out of turn, so he's got his engine running. He's actually the closest of them all. At just 117. Best angle of the bunch. Second shot on the way. Great angle. Wind seems to have this a little bit, Smiley.
Okay.
Okay is right. So that was the second shot. So have that left for birdie and potentially the win. And we'll see if Yuki Leo has something to say about it. Guys are playing out of order on the 18th. These guys are fired up. Like you said, Doug, their engines are running.
I'm so confused right now. Sparky made a bogey, earned the tee with that when there was a birdie in the group. Mixon's down here way right, going ahead and playing out of turn. Closest to the pin out of the bunch. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. This is fun. I know our producer, Brant Packer's having a heck of a time back there trying to keep it all straight. We appreciate you. We'll see if Yuki can hit one in there tight. He's got 35, but he's in that pine straw. You got to worry about your footing here. Low screamer at it. Low screaming shot. Needs to get down.
We saw a pine cone go about 15 yards in front of him, so that's probably why he wasn't able to get that spin coming out of the pine straw.
And now here's Sparky.
Yeah, 125. This is a very high golf shot. It's going to land extremely soft, but a little deep back into the green.
I didn't like it immediately. And so CM Mixon, the best of the bunch, has a great opportunity here for a birdie and to win this tournament outright. We'll be back with great final round action here.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up? I can get used to this.
The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Mevo Plus from FlightScope is an advanced indoor and outdoor launch monitor and golf simulator. It comes with ownership of 6 golf courses, target games, and skill combines. Plus, it gives you 20 data parameters to help you practice with purpose. And the Mevo Plus automatically records and clips video with data overlay of every shot you make, which can then be shared on your social media platforms. Mevo Plus. Go to FlightScopeMevo.com to learn more.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
PGA WORKS is on a mission to ensure that the golf workforce looks more like America. This mission is a dream with a plan. Through fellowships, college scholarships, career exploration events, and championship golf. PGA WORKS is inspiring talent from diverse backgrounds to pursue careers throughout the golf industry. Visit PGAReach.org.
Back at 18, Doug, Yuki Leo must make here to stay in this tournament.
And this is one of those chips, Smiley, you practice every day you're at the golf course. It's literally just a bump and run down this hill. Should break a little right to left midway and then straighten out, break down to where CM Mixon is currently standing. If he's going to have any chance to be in a potential playoff, this has to go. Wow, this is on a fantastic line.
Gave it a great run.
It was a very nice pitch. For a long time, I thought that had a chance to ring the doorbell. He's fought hard today.
He sure has, because he was 3 or 4 shots back earlier in this round and crept up.
Now he needs a lot of help.
Yeah. And Nanayama will be first to play. Again, Ari Chadwakin, Mixon, and Nanayama all at 1 under par. And a birdie would put you in a great position to walk away with the hardware here.
Yeah, probably a pace or two under 40 feet. This is going to push right to left up the hill and finish left to right as it comes down the hill.
Nanayama so close.
He just about did it, Doug. I know CM Mixon was sitting there from 7 feet away just thinking, oh, there's no way he makes this, right?
Well, in those match play scenarios, you always kind of expect your playing partner to make, and that's kind of what we have right now.
Still an important putt here for par. Okay. A nice week for the young man from Purdue. Jakarta, Indonesia. And now Sparky Chatwakin.
Needs to take his time here. He's got plenty of time. He's not being pushed. Has Smiley one of those, I call them shoal putts. This is kind of coming off early right to left, and then as it approaches the hole, back left to right. And there's a putt to be aggressive with. This is it.
Is he going to come pretty close to CM Mixon's coin?
Yes, he should.
So CM Mixon was right behind that, watching how that ball finished. So important, especially on a downhill putt that CM's about to have, to see how it, when it slows down, which way is it moving. Got in there quick, right behind it. So we just saw Kieran Moodley, Fran, putt from a pretty similar spot.
Yep. So CM Mixon had a great opening round as we check to see who's away. So it'll be Yuki Leo first, and before Mixon tries to putt out for the win. Leo gave his. Go ahead, Doug.
No, he had a great shot to get to here, but a little too late.
Had a nice day at Bentbrook yesterday, shooting a 67. A couple over the first round that probably left him just a little bit too far back, and going to finish potentially 1 or 2 shots shy, depending on whether this goes in.
That's nicely done. So after the birdie at 17, he comes up with the par there. So he finishes his tournament even par. And CM Mixon opened up with a beautiful round of golf here at Shoal Creek. 5 under, 67, bogey free, and made it look easy. And now with an opportunity, Doug, to win this championship. What's in this putt?
Well, we got 2 good looks. We know this is probably a cup out on the high side, breaking left to right.
Oh, Kyer Moodley, Doug, right before this, tried to play it to go right and went left. So we'll have to see what CM Mixon does here
for the win. CM Mixon comes through in the clutch with a birdie at the last to win the 2023 PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship individual style. We saw some great fire from him. Stumbled out of the blocks, was 2 over through 5, but held his composure. Doug showed the fire and comes through big time as Sparky tries to finish out here.
Yeah, you got to feel a little deflated for Sparky, but very excited for CM Mixon. This is such a validating championship for him this week.
Nothing to be ashamed of for Ari Chatwakin. The defending champ won by 8 strokes a year ago. He finishes the second, 1 shot behind that man right there. Pretty impressive this week.
He battled so hard. He played such an incredible golf round on Monday, shooting 67, and on the opening tee, hitting a tree off the tee, going way back behind him towards the range. And to be able to win the golf tournament after something like that happening on the first tee, I tell you what, that is so impressive to have that perseverance and confidence in yourself to hang in there, and that's exactly what he did. And look at him, just so excited.
Doug, now Louisville's got 2 championships in this tourney.
It's a proud moment. That's all I can really say right now. Very proud.
Moms and pops on hand to see the CM take care of business.
Gotta be proud of that.
Hugs all the way around. All right, let's take a look at our secure play of the day presented by ADT. And for that, we go back to the play at the 18th. Had the power all day, so big drive was a little right on the fairway, but this was a beautiful second shot.
He had a perfect angle, Fran, and I mean, hit a perfect wedge shot, caught the backside of the slope that's in the middle of this green, funneled it to about 7 feet.
And then with Nanayama already in for par, this for the birdie and the win.
Not an easy to read, and right in the middle, never a doubt. So much emotion. Means a lot to see him. Good to see him get the job done here this week at Shoal Creek.
Becomes the second golfer from Louisville to win the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. The first one, our own Doug Smith back in 2005. But it's CM Mixon's day here at Shoal Creek.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
Internet without malicious websites. Without malware-ridden files. Zen. Be more cyber zen. Get NordVPN.
Something bigger and better is looming on the horizon for the LPGA Tour.
Don't miss the LPGA's best in the Cognizant Founders Cup on Golf Channel and Peacock.
Welcome back. A look now at our PGA Tour, our PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship leaderboard presented by ADT. What a great finish here at Shoal Creek. CM Mixon with a birdie putt at the last to win it at 2 under par. And Steve Burkowski is going to head out in a few moments to handle all the trophy presentations. We still have more golf to play at the 15th.
And this is Everett Whiten Jr. from Howard. Another look at birdie. Julius caught up with this group.
He had a beautiful drive, had just 82 yards in here, left it below the hole, and a beautiful putt.
I tell you what, we've said that a lot, Julia, this week. Beautiful putt by Everett Whiten. He's 7 under on the day. It's unreal how good a golf he's playing.
Making it look very easy.
Yes, he is.
And we go to 16 now, and Marcus Smith with a look at birdie. I'll get it right for bogey there, but nicely done. And Howard is ruling right now. Howard with a big lead here, so they're going to walk away with this up the minus 25. They've got a 57-shot lead. And 5-time winner of this event and PGA member Tiana Jones is here this week in a different capacity. Now as the head coach of the Hawk men's and women's golf programs, passing on her knowledge to men's individual player and PGA golf management student Tabang Mofiulu.
Hey, I'm Tabang Mofiulu and I'm from the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore.
Bong is a great player just because of his course management. He thinks things through really well, very detailed, doesn't make hasty decisions, and plays smart.
They have that extra even going up.
His strongest part of his game is his irons.
I think a lot of her wisdom in the player herself. She's got a lot of experience in playing on a high level and being very successful at it.
That's going to be perfect. He plays great golf. He's a role model in his community. I mean, he's from South Africa, so I'm sure he's paving the way for so many that's in his community. That means a lot, not only to our program, but to himself.
One thing that she always tries to say is you got to start thinking about where you're trying to be. If you're stuck in a college mindset, you're only going to go so far. If you're trying to go to the next level, you got to start trying to think at that next level.
That was perfect.
It sure was. And we go back up to the tee at 16. I'll tell you what, Everett Whiten Jr., is having a day. Last year he finished second in the medalist portion of this. Again, playing for Howard as a team, so they're 26 under. To Greg Odom Jr. And this year, the senior says, you know what, Gregory, I'm going to have my fun this week. He is composed as ever. Seven under on his round today. Now let's check out our Top Tracer technology presented by Chase Sapphire.
Heading just a little bit out to the right. The competitive course record, 63 out here. We actually had one of our tour hopeful members, Patrick Martin, shoot a 61 out here one day, though. Everett's could try and do the same.
Jump up to the green at 17. Gregory Odom Jr. from Howard. This for birdie. Get to 5 under par, and he's sort of owned this hole the couple of times they've played it here, Smiley. Let's go back to the opening round on Monday. The second shot that Gregory Odom Jr. hit into this par 5. The sound, phenomenal. The pace of play, exceptional. Grabs that strap, throws the bag on his shoulder, starts walking down the fairway. The ball has yet to come to rest. And it's a video that went viral. It started going out there, and the shot is good, becomes better when you roll it in for an eagle 3, as Odom Jr. did on Monday in the opening round here at Shoal Creek. A man with a purpose, part of a team on a mission, and we talked about it going viral. How about Max Homa saying this is one of the swaggiest things I've ever seen a golfer do? Had the bag on his shoulder. By the time the ball apex, he stood it. Aspirational feat. Max, a great follow. Gregory Odom Jr. and the Howard Bison, a great follow to the finish here as they look to win for the second straight year.
My plane has mechanical problems. I'll try to get there as soon as I can.
Breakfast looks delicious, as always. Having a chauffeur car plane side helps keep me on schedule. Hi, Jeff.
With all the plane shortages, did you have trouble finding one?
I never have any trouble. I simply pick a plane, pay, and I'm ready to badge it to my destination.
Are there any taxis around? I'm really late for my meeting.
Do we have a deal? Missed you at the meeting today. Badge it and don't miss out on the most important moments of your life.
Call for a complimentary flight.
The Annika Award, presented by Stifel. As a true freshman at Stanford, Rose Zhang made an immediate impact by winning the first 3 tournaments of her career. Zhang capped off a sensational freshman campaign by winning the NCAA Individual Championship for her 4th win of the season, and in the process became the 2nd straight Stanford Cardinal to take home the Annika Award. The Annika Award, presented by Stifel.
You're looking pleased with yourself.
Well, not to brag, but I just switched my whole family to Verizon.
Well, it's America's most reliable 5G network.
And it's only $35 a line.
I got that deal, too.
Oh, hey, bragging buddies.
My man.
This I don't need.
You should give me a call.
Visit your Verizon store and save big during our spring savings event. Get the Disney bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus included. All for just $35 a line. The savings you want on the network worth bragging about. Verizon.
At Straight Down, we didn't come to the game to be the same as everyone else. We came with purpose and fulfillment in the details of our craftsmanship. It's about standing up for what's right and working toward the American dream. We built our brand around all the great things this country stands for: family, character, and integrity. We are American. We are Straight Down.
This is Joshua Ziplin. As part of that Howard contingent, and they certainly are rolling today. Ziplin, he just finished with a 2 over 74. I'll look down at the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship the most wins from a team perspective. Got Bethune-Cookman with 11 up there, and Jackson State with 8. Well, Howard looking to go back-to-back and make it 2 on that board, get a little separation. Tell you what, top 3 golfers on the leaderboard from the team perspective are all members of the Howard Bison team. Whiten Jr., Marcus Smith, and Gregory Odom Jr. Odom Jr., by the way, was the medalist the last 2 years here for Howard. So got a good program going on, no doubt.
And we're going to head to the green at 17. And to your point, Fran, you combine those top 3 players, 21 under par for the 3 Bison leading the way. Green here at the par 5 17th. Putt on the way for Martin Gutierrez.
Tell you, Burko, Bethune-Cookman might have to watch out. I know they have 11, but what I've seen from Howard this week, I think 10 or so years from now, that record might not be quite as safe.
Yeah, it's remarkable what the Bison have done in just their 3rd year of existence. On their way to winning this championship for the 2nd straight time. There's Pooh Kaya talking to some media down there. I'll get a chance in a little bit. Interview the champion. She wins for the 2nd time. Clay Wells up next here at 17. And as we watch him to sort of finish that point, Smiley, as he told his squad coming into this week, head coach Sam Puryear, you're not defending anything. It's a different course. It's a clean slate. So don't let last year have any impact on what you can do this year. And talked to Coach Puryear again this morning. He said, it's the process. Don't worry about the results. Some basic sentiments we hear in the game of golf at every level, but get immersed in what today is. Don't think about what it could be.
Let's go to the 16th, and this is Kieran Hogarth from off the green for birdie.
Really not much break in this putt. Just about speed here. Downhill off the get-go, but this ball might bounce through this Bermuda rough. Friend, she's putting through. Downhill, then back up towards the hole.
Hogarth he shot a 30 on the back 9 on Monday.
Curtis Merritt, this for birdie at the 17 for Howard.
Not having his best day today, but still going to be a part of a winning team. And there's nothing better, Burko, than winning with your teammates and celebrating anytime you're able to hoist up a trophy.
Yeah. Speaks to the commitment from each and every one of these team members.
He had a 66 in round 2. And as we go back to 16th, and here's Whiten Jr. Looking for another birdie, Julia.
Long look here, but I really love what he does with his putts. He paces every putt off to get a good feel for the speed he needs to hit the ball. He's going to have to contend with this slope on the right side, pulling it left.
Nicely done there, but for Whiten Jr., 7 birdies, no bogeys. He has had an amazing day as he looks to lead the Howard Bison to their 2nd consecutive victory here, the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. And Whiten looking to be the medalist for the 3rd consecutive year for a member from Howard. Gregory Odom Jr. Did it the last 2 years. Great experience from CM Mixon, meeting the media after birdie to win it here at the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up? I can get used to this. The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Why is the look and sound of a tour swing so different than yours? It's stability. Without stability, all the lessons, practice, and $600 drivers are wasted. How can you improve your stability? It's not the club or the ball. It's the shoes. New Squares Bold. the most stable shoes in golf. By improving your stability, you will hit it straighter and farther. Squares Bold. It's the shoes.
Not all grills are created equal. For starters, Napoleon's ignition system uses jet engine technology. Our precision burners cook evenly no matter what Mother Nature throws at you. And our sizzle zone is like grilling on the sun. Put it all together and see why with Napoleon grills, built different means built better.
Electric Dream Days are here. Come in now and experience the intense thrills and incredible offers on any of 5 Mercedes-Benz electric vehicles, including 2 years complimentary charging and prepaid maintenance. The vehicles are all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. But hurry, these Dream Days are only here until June 5th.
The prospect of something bigger and better is looming on the horizon for the LPGA Tour.
Don't miss the LPGA's best in the Cognizant Founders Cup on Golf Channel and Peacock.
The PGA Championship heads back east to Oak Hill Country Club. We're bringing you the most comprehensive coverage live from the PGA Championship all next week on Golf Channel and Peacock.
At the 18th, here's Gregory Odom Jr., his second from the Pines Cross, 18. And you guys had mentioned how Max Homa had tweeted out that video of him going viral. Odom actually played at the Wells Fargo Championship, missed the cut. Homa won that week last year. So that's why he's keeping an eye on this young man.
Make our way back to 17, the par 5. Marcus Smith getting ready to go. And Doug, we've talked about the success that Howard has had due in large part to Steph Curry's contribution and donation to make it acceptable to have this program on the fast track. He's sort of been there from day one, and I know you've had Steph and Gregory Odom on Beyond the Fairway podcast, your weekly show, and you got really a deeper sense of the connection Steph has and what it's meant to players like Gregory.
Well, I'll tell you talk about Steph's commitment, not just financially. It's about the time and the effort that he spends with each and every one of these players. They have access to him. He responds when he can. He practices with the team. He checks in with the team and Coach Sam Perrier. And it just goes to show you what can happen if someone takes a little bit of interest. Because when you think about the teams that have won, we talk about Bethune-Cookman, you take a look at a school like Jackson State, who's on that list, Burko. Their golf team is no longer in existence due to financial strain. So seeing what Steph has done with the Howard men's team and women's team, if that could be replicated to some of these other schools, we could really see more change and more schools that also deserve to be here at the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship.
Yeah, each and every week, catch the Beyond the Fairway podcast with Doug and Will and Henny, having a lot of fun. And when you get guests like Steph Curry, I think it's worth a listen. Let's go back to the tee with Whiten.
He loves to hit this low fade, and that's a perfect hole for it right here.
Ball, man.
There's nothing better than the bullet cut, especially at 17, because he gets on that fast track on the left side of the fairway. My goodness, that is so far up there.
And consider the fact he's played 52 holes so far this week, Smiley. 18 birdies and 2 eagles. You watch this swing, I guess the results follow, huh?
Absolutely.
The first time you made a sale online with GoDaddy was also the first time you heard of a town named Dinosaur, Colorado.
I just got an order from Dinosaur, Colorado.
Start an easy-to-build, powerful website for free with a partner that always puts you first. Start for free at GoDaddy.com.
At Ping, data drives our passion for innovation. That's why we partner with Arcos, the leader in on-course data and insights. And if you own any Ping clubs, you can get free sensors and a free trial to the Arcos Caddy app. Visit ping.arcosgolf.com to get started.
America's best Mother's Day food gifts are now shipping nationwide. So if you want Jacques Torres signature chocolates, legendary New York cheesecake, Ina Garten's decadent chocolate cake, world-famous French macarons, or Duff Goldman's famous red velvet heart cake, Gold Belly it. Shipping the greatest food gifts to your door. Order now for Mother's Day and get free shipping anywhere nationwide.
Let's face it, natural underarm deodorants that try to mask odor just don't cut it. Lumi changes everything. It's the world's first outrageously effective, aluminum-free, whole-body deodorant that's safe to use anywhere. Developed by an OBGYN after years of research, Lumi blocks odor from happening in the first place and keeps working for up to 72 hours. Claim your starter pack offer at lumideo.com.
This is it. The big interview. Don't be nervous. You took classes from Yale in your bedroom, earned certificates from Google on that crowded, slightly stinky train ride, and went to Duke in your pajamas. So don't stop now.
You ready?
You're more than ready to jump over the giant metaphorical pit of doubt. With over 5,000 courses and degrees from world-class institutions on Coursera, learn without limits.
For over 3 decades, it's been the tradition, but for the PGA Tour champions, it's the season's first big test.
First major of the year on the PGA Tour champion schedule.
Regions Tradition on Golf Channel and Peacock.
And here is Gregory Odom for birdie at 18 after his second shot out of the pine straw.
Let's see if he can finish with style. Just slides by to the right.
Great week, though, for Odom Jr.
Back at 17 now. Smith for birdie.
Yeah, great shot in from 75 yards. It's just off the left edge.
Marcus Jr., he's going to be the guy that will lead this program after Whiten and Gregory Odom go on to the next level. He's had a great week.
And it's something Sam Puryear from Howard said, the big two have inspired everyone else, have made them better. It's been 2 great courses here in play over the last 3 days. Shoal Creek and Bent Brook Golf Course, some champions crowned over there today. Men's Division II, Kentucky State got out of the gates quickly on day 1. They never looked back. A 20-shot victory for Kentucky State to get the job done. And the smiles, the trophy, that is what it is all about. Smiley, you touched on it, being part of a team, winning alongside your buddies, your lifelong friends, memories that you will have forever. So congratulations to Kentucky State for the Men's Division II PGA WORKS Collegiate Team Champions. We saw the women here yesterday. Trophies handed out, women getting the job done over at Bent Brook as well today. But to have 5 champions crowned in the 36th edition here this week, truly remarkable where this has come from. A meeting back in November of 1986 led to the inaugural championship a year later. There are the Women's Division I team results. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, 3 in a row. They have gotten on a bit of a run. We got to see them yesterday. Lucy Charbonnet and the rest of that squad. Really remarkable performance. Congratulations to each and every one. And the game's growing. A lot of fun to see. And Bent Brook, certainly a wonderful course. About 30 minutes from here, Smiley, to sort of coincide with what Shoal Creek and all the good folks here in Alabama have done for us this week.
They've been a fantastic host alongside with Shoal Creek, a fun golf course to play, one where you can go make a bunch of birdies. It's actually the same bent grass AU victory out here at Shoal Creek.
To the 18th, and Curtis Merritt with his second shot. And Merritt, part of the Bison Club.
I tell you, Fran, it's it's not just getting the trophy. It's the team dinners along the way. It's the van rides, hotels. Those are the memories that you have as you eventually graduate. But it's been a fun week.
A good shot from the junior from Wareham, Mass. Howard rolling here, up 57. As we come back for final round action here at the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship.
Mevo Plus from FlightScope is an advanced indoor and outdoor launch monitor and golf simulator. It comes with ownership of 6 golf courses, target games, and steel combines. Plus, it gives you 20 data parameters to help you practice with purpose. And the Mevo Plus automatically records and clips video with data overlay of every shot you make, which can then be shared on your social media platforms. Mevo Plus. Go to flightscopemevo.com to learn more.
Not to brag, but I just switched to Verizon.
Wow.
And I got to choose the phone I wanted for free.
Not that you're bragging.
Choose the phone you want on us during our spring savings event.
On the network worth bragging about.
Verizon.
Buying a car from Vroom is so easy. All you need is a phone and a finger. Just go to Vroom.com, scroll through thousands of cars, then tap to buy. That's it. No sales speak, no wasted time. Go to Vroom.com and pick your favorites.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference. One meal at a time. Sign up today at butcherbox.com for a special offer.
I'm Kathy Kim, and I turned my passion into a profession. Being a PGA coach allows me to make a career out of what I love the most.
I love the game of golf. You know, growing up, everyone always says, do what you love, and I chose a career in golf because of my passion for it. I'm excited to go to work every day.
Whether I'm in my office or whether I'm on the golf course, I'm getting paid to bring people into the game of golf. How can you not love that? That's what it's all about.
Join the nearly 28,000 PGA professionals who love and lead the game of golf.
The PGA Championship heads back east to Oak Hill Country Club. We're bringing you the most comprehensive coverage live from the PGA Championship all next week on Golf Channel and Peacock.
We're back at the par 5 17th final round of the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. You see that whole location tucked on the left-hand side. See what Everett White and Jr.'s got up his sleeve.
And I tell you what, I like if you go with that last card on the left. Keep it simple.
Go right in between the guy and the card.
Yeah, I like that.
That's just such a smart play, Burko, to keep it right of this whole location today. He's not trying to get too cute. He's being smart. He knows what he needs to do here. 201 to this hole.
Sit.
Man, he makes such a good move at it.
Hang
on.
You can hit 8. Yeah. The ball is jumping for you right now, bro. You just flew the green with it. Ball is jumping pretty good.
We were 200 yards away, too, Burko.
Yeah, senior from Chesapeake, Virginia, runner-up here a year ago in the medalist portion within the team competition here this week. A young man who's made quite an impact. Started at Hampton University, has transferred in, and to your point, Smiley, big things ahead for this school program. Everett White and Jr. can always remember that I was sort of part of that foundation.
And we go up to the tee at 18, and here is the Curtis Merritt. Check that, Marcus Smith.
And he's got to contend down this left side. Might be in trouble down there.
It is. Finds the water. All right, so now let's go up ahead. Here's Curtis Merritt. This for birdie. Off the green.
Down the hill. Should move some left there.
They're all looking for that, Smiley.
Yeah. Still, though, banner day for the program at Howard University. 59-shot lead, and we'll be back for their coronation coming up.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm going to go after the PGA Tour.
Bo, you're going to need a great driver.
The C723 is high-speed power, like running over a linebacker.
Been there.
The E723 is all about accuracy, like a perfect throw from center field.
Done that.
Power and accuracy. The 723 Series drivers from Tour Edge, the best in power and accuracy. Hey, Bo, you should just play them both.
Wouldn't be the first time. Look out, PGA Tour.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Everybody hates the taking off and putting on your shoes nightmare at the airport. But now, there's an easier way. New hands-free Skechers slip-ins. With new Skechers slip-ins, you just step in and go without bending down or looking for a place to sit. Try new machine-washable, hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Did you know more golfers use ShipSticks to ship their clubs than ever before? That's right, ShipSticks is trusted by millions of golfers. No more dragging your clubs through the airport, and no more worries about lost and damaged clubs. Trust the experts at ShipSticks to ship your clubs hassle-free. We'll pick up your clubs from home or office and deliver them safely and on time. Pack, ship, tee off. It's easier than you think. Make it simple. Make it ShipSticks.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you qualified to do this? What?
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Are you a certified financial planner?
I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's why it's gotta be a CFP.
All in the hips. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Also, it's about getting equipment fitted to your swing and taking advantage of the latest technology to get the most out of every shot. So really, it's all in the fit.
It's all in the fit. Oh, yeah.
Get clubs fit to your swing in our studio. Shop with the pros at Golf's Happy Place, the PGA Tour Superstore.
Ready for the big show? Buckle up. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was awesome! Rated PG-13.
We're back at Shoal Creek, Birmingham, Alabama for the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship presented by Chase Sapphire. Championship Wednesday. Winding down for the 36th edition of this event, and it has been a wonderful 3 days. At Bent Brook and Shoal Creek, 54 holes of stroke play competition. Champions crowned in 5 divisions, the men's Division 1 and Division 2. The women's division, a couple individual titles will be officially presented within the next hour. Been a whole lot of fun here this week.
And we go to the 17 green.
Yeah. Got a little action on the green, around the green, sorting out who's going to be first up here. I know Julia is down there watching.
Yeah, unfortunately, Diego Gonzalez's ball nestled up against a big stick right here, so he won't be able to take it on the line of the pin. He's going to have to go a little left, I think, in order to get clean contact on this ball.
It looks like the coach here setting up almost like to not go to the left, but I mean, there's just no way of telling, Joy, if he goes at the hole location, how hot it's going to come out.
Exactly. If he goes at this hole location, he's basically hitting the stick. He has to take it a little bit out there to try to use that slope on the back of the screen.
About where that sprinkler head is where he's looking, and that's where that slope you're speaking of, and it should push it a little to the right. Guarantee you, he's never practiced this.
Came out pretty good considering what that stick could have done.
I think that's exactly what they were trying to do. Pretty well done. I think it was about a 7-iron, just put it back of the stance, play a little bump and run. Pretty good.
Yeah, good recovery there. Everett Whiten Jr. has put on quite a show today and all week long, Julia.
He has. Fortunate here to get a good lie on this chip. I got to catch up with his dad on 16 and asked him, is this the best you've ever seen your son play? And he said, no, but it's the calmest. He's not making any mistakes and not making a mistake here on 17 either.
Look at this shot, Everett. How good is that?
There's something to be said for that, Julia. The calmest, and that most of the time means mentally, you just feel so comfortable with your game. And to me, his blood pressure's been exactly the same all week. Has had great feel with around the greens. Behind the green to watch this again. He's just licking his chops. Thought he made it, Burko.
Yeah. Awfully talented young man. Goes up, cleans that short one in, and his dad says calm, just very in check. Well, I saw Dad this morning. He was a little nervous. He was a little anxious. Now 8 under on the day is Everett Whiten Jr. heading to 18.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up? I can get used to this.
The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
How to unlock Max Wedge Spin. Start here. Add HydroZip for wet conditions. Then move to CG with ZipCore. No, more ZipCore. Nice. Any lie. Max Spin. New RTX 6 ZipCore wedges from Cleveland Golf.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not confirmed.
We need to be able to see our kids.
Oh, you'll be able to see them.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connecting, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Take a pea-sized amount. That's it. I rub my fingertips together like this. Apply it like a lotion. Fingertips, pits, under boob, thigh folds, butt cracks, feet. About 98% of our customers use our cream deodorant on places other than pits. This water-based cream, I'm telling you, it rubs in like a lotion. It's invisible on the skin. It works like a dream. Why didn't someone think of this sooner?
Not sure where to start with ED treatment? Through HIMSS, you'll match with a licensed provider who can determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your order ships discreetly to your door for free. Real results are closer than ever. Just go to 4hims.com.
The past few years have been a challenge for our physical and mental health.
Join Kate and me as we get personal about our own journeys and how the conversation around mental health has changed. The more you know.
Watch our conversation on Peacock.
Back out to the 18th. Here's Marcus Smith after his tee shot dug found the water.
Yeah, unfortunate to have to hit it in the water there trying to take a drop. This ball's looking really good in the air. It's got to get down, though. Oh, man, that is unfortunate.
No angle to that left pin from the left rough.
Back at 17, Chicago State's Kieran Hogarth. This for birdie at the par 5.
Just a little cleanup here. Had 85 yards in. Hit a beautiful shot. This might move left if it does anything.
There you go. A little bit of a struggle for Kieran here today, but what he was able to do at Shoal Creek on Monday, 67, coming home in 30. Now BK Kim, a little bit of work remaining. Alabama A&M.
Almost left himself as much for par as he had for birdie here. Might move to his right just a little bit.
There you go. He's in with 5. And one more player to go here at 17 in this final group. Diego Gonzalez from North Carolina A&T. All right, they will head over to the par for 18th. Great week here at Shoal Creek. College golf on full display in the month of May on Golf Channel. And we'll wrap it up a couple weeks from now. Greyhawk, Scottsdale, Arizona for the Division I Golf Championships. The women Coming your way May 22nd through the 24th, and the men May 29th through the 31st. Women's regionals wrapping up today. Men's regionals next week. A lot of pressure-packed moments to secure one of those 30 team tickets to the biggest event in college golf.
And we go to the 18th. Good look up from the green. And Everett Whiten Jr. trying to finish off his day. And Smiley, if he finishes with a birdie, I mean, it ain't under 64. That's doing something at Shoal Creek.
Well, if he makes birdie, actually, be a 9 under 63.
There you go. Yeah, I shorted him a birdie. That's
we need
right.
to sell the man short, and I tell you what, everything about Everett screams that this man is going to play pro golf, and I'm excited to see what he does. Shoal Creek has a tour hopeful program. Plenty of guys, Sepp Straka, Trey Mullinax, Robbie Shelton. Plenty of guys make their home out here at Shoal Creek, and Everett's making it look easy.
That is absolutely blistered down the center of the fairway. Next up, Kieran Hogarth. And Burko mentioned it. The opening round 5 under 67 at 30 on the back. That's something he'll remember.
Absolutely. I've never shot 30 on the back out here, Fran.
Needs to sit, headed towards that water.
Can't tell. May have stayed up. All right, so let's go up ahead to the green. And Drew Walker for birdie, finishing up. Hey!
And what a way to finish your championship.
Back-to-back birdies for Walker. And we go back up to the tee.
And I don't know if anyone is going to be able to take the line that Everett did, taking it up that left side, just hitting a beautiful cut back towards the center of this fairway. That bunker on the right can come into play, 280 to get over it. This is headed over that bunker on the right.
Looks like he has the speed, I think, to carry that fairway bunker from what I saw. And definitely well past it. Actually, that right rough today is really not a bad place. We saw CM Mixon earlier, Fran.
Yeah.
Play from that right rough and end up winning the individual championship.
Yep. As we go up ahead now, this is Marcus Smith for his bogey, his tee shot in the water.
Gregory Odom slipping into second now.
It's all right, young man. You're going to enjoy the ride home because your team is going to take the trophy. And we go back up to the tee. And B.K. Kim, the sophomore for Alabama A&M.
Going with less than driver here.
Right!
Fran, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think that went right.
Yeah, right. I know a lot of times, you can barely hear guys, but not BK there. Want to make sure everybody was safe. Howard is safely tucked into that number 1 slot, and they are riding the coattails of Everett Whiten Jr. You love this action.
I love it. A bullet fade plays well so many places. Man, he gets that club exiting left so nicely.
Mama, growing up, you were so good to me. You worked hard to save for my future. So now, I want to thank you. I started investing with Vanguard to help take care of you, like you took care of me. Te quiero, Mama.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner, helping you take care of the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
Unless you treat dandruff regularly, it will keep coming back. Try Head & Shoulders. It contains zinc pyrithione, which fights the germ that causes dandruff, and when used regularly, helps prevent it from coming back. For up to 100% dandruff protection, use Head & Shoulders.
What does it mean to play your best? For Ping, it means designing, engineering, and custom building clubs in a continuous effort to improve your game, which means more gains, more greens, more grins, and more great scores for everyone who plays Ping.
For a limited time, 2 dozen Srixon Z-Star or Z-Star XV golf balls are now $64.99. Add your name or message, choose a unique monogram design, or improve your game with a custom alignment aid. Available at golfballs.com, the world leader in golf customization.
They come to our city. They come for the rush of adrenaline and the thrill of the chase, the crack of the golf shot, the roar of the crowds, then the lifting of the trophy. They come for the winning smile, the autograph, the hot dog at halftime. They come for the diamonds and the hidden gems, the electrifying stadiums and state-of-the-art arenas. But mostly, they come to play. And play, they will.
Best golf. Wow.
It's played here.
What a shot.
The PGA Tour's next stop is the AT&T Byron Nelson on Golf Channel and Peacock.
And back at Shoal Creek, a beautiful look here at the 18th. It's a gorgeous finishing hole, no matter whether you're looking from the tee to the green or the green back up to the tee box.
Sure is beautiful, Fran.
And the final group coming up here. And it looks like it's going to be BK Kim. It's going to be first to play. And get his ball no way right.
And before Julia gives us an update on this shot, I just want to talk a little bit more about Everett Whiten Jr.
Okay.
9-shot lead.
Yeah.
9-shot.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just, we need to talk about how good he has played this week. 14 under par. Shoal Creek is not an easy golf course. We've seen it throughout the week with the scores, and it's an anomaly when you see 14 under on the board with Everett. It's been so impressive to watch. I look forward to watching his growth, his career. It just seems like to me, the mental game Julia talked about, going to be looking out for this kid.
And he shot a 69 on day one Monday, but it included 3 bogeys. So he eagled the par 5 11th and then had 6 more birdies as well. So, you know, days 1 and 3 were here at Shoal Creek. No disrespect to Benbrook. But, yeah, this isn't an easy golf course to get around. He's making it look easy today. 9 under.
Had 2 major championships out here, a U.S. Amateur, a U.S. Junior. Tell you what, he's made it look like a golf course that he's played every day.
And got a chance to get it to 9 under. And it's been certainly fun to watch. All right, so BK Kim looks like he's ready.
He's got 193 to the hole, and I think they might have found a gap. I don't see one, but I think they might have found one. Actually going maybe just straight through. Got to keep it low, though.
Yeah, Julia, we're right behind it. It definitely needs to be low. He's got a little corridor if he can get it up the front of the green.
Okay. Yeah. Has a lot of room.
With that water, you could see it was left. Had to make sure that it didn't pull it.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun chip shot.
And Kieran Hogarth, the sophomore from Chicago State.
Hit it in the water off the tee. It's going to be very difficult to get a whole lot of spin from the rough, but still, it's not a decent spot. We've seen many get up and down from that spot.
The coronation for Everett Whiten Jr.
He's got to finish this off with a birdie.
It's the only way he knows how. He's staring it down. He brings it back. So Everett White Jr. will have another good look for birdie to finish his day with a 9 under 63.
That's the competitive course record out at Shoal Creek.
Amazing work. And now Diego Gonzalez, pretty much where we saw CM Mixon play.
Looks like that wedge got stuck in the ground fractionally. Yeah, that's one surprising to not see that spin after really that ball rolling up the face, kind of a knuckleball.
Man, it's been so much fun here this week at Shoal Creek in Birmingham, Alabama. The first time that this event has been played on television, 36th edition. Our own Doug Smith won this event back in 2005. Doug, what's the week been like for you, buddy?
It's been a busy week, and it's been busy purposefully. We've done a lot here in Birmingham this week. We started on Saturday with the Youth Day. We had Beyond the Green over the weekend, which is the PGA's effort to show these players and participants that there's also a career within the industry of golf. That's just not as being a player. But one thing and one person I am most proud of is the man to my right is Scooter Clark. Scooter Clark is the tournament director. He's played in this championship. You've coached winning teams in this championship. You brought this here to Shoal Creek, given the history of this location. What does this week mean to you?
Man, I'm extremely proud of the membership here. They were fully supportive from day one. It's a full circle moment for us. I mean, everything that we've done this week with the ancillary events, Beyond the Green, Youth Day, our Junior Works, bringing that back for the first time in over 20 years. It's extremely gratifying to me, and I'm thoroughly thankful to the Shoal membership in the city of Birmingham.
I think the only question now is when we coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scooter, also, he mentioned he was a coach of the Bethune-Cookman squad, both the men's and women's teams that won this tournament a whole bunch of times. And so he is a big part of what they're doing here at the PGA of America. And it's been fun to see. And so BK Kim just short of the green.
Well, we showed a tweet earlier from Max Homa talking about the Gregory Odom shot. Just received a text from Seth Curry. He's tuned in watching the Howard Bison. Said it's so cool to see our guys putting on a show. The program is on the way up. Thanks for tuning in, Seth.
That is good stuff. We'll forgive Steph maybe for not paying attention. He's busy tonight. Wants to make sure if he can extend his season.
You know he's watching.
You know what? Maybe that's how he cools out before a game, because he needs another Herculean performance. The Warriors are down 3-1 to the Lakers.
Got to spend some time with Seth Curry in Charlotte last year for the President's Cup.
Awesome.
And he loves golf so much. And I know Steph does as well. And he talks about the matches they play. Seth really wants to start beating Steph more on the golf course, and they're very competitive.
Great family, the Curry family. Here is Hogarth from off the green.
This is
like the idea. Just got it started. So Kieran Hogarth will tap that in, and he'll be one of, at the moment, just 4 golfers to finish under par in a team competition.
Heard the applause from behind the green. The membership of Shoal Creek, again, so excited to host this championship.
And a reminder coming up. Go ahead.
Oh, they've just been plugged in all week, trying to make it such a fun atmosphere and competitive golf course for these guys to, show their talents. And we've seen it all week here on Golf Channel. It's been fun to cover it with you, Fran. We've seen a lot of great golf.
Right, thanks for letting me hang out with you. I've had an awesome time. It's been a lot of fun. And a reminder, too, we're going to have all the trophy presentations coming up. for all 5 divisions. This is Diego Gonzalez. A long birdie attempt.
Even par on his day.
That's good work there. So Whiten Jr. has an opportunity here to get to 9 under, and he's going to have the best score of the week. But again, just to point out, he is playing as a teammate of the Howard Bison, so he's scoring for his team. But 1,000%, it'll feel just as good to him to be the medalist here.
Absolutely.
For his team. And BK Kim to wrap up. And Julia, your thoughts as well here, having been here all week.
It's just been such a blessing for me to be here. I've learned so much, and I have so much respect for every single person playing in this event. This would be a great putt to finish off on. It's been a joy to watch this final group as well, the good golf they're playing. Everett's just such a kind person. I've been walking down the fairways asking me how I'm doing. Just so nice, and you can tell he's poised to play professional golf one day.
Well, you were on the call on the last hole with Everett, and he had 192 yards is what you told us. And he hit an 8-iron over the green. It flew the green, and they said, I should have hit an 9-iron. That's just insane to me. Have you ever heard of distances like that, Julia?
I haven't, but I can tell he's a bit juiced up. He's going quick here for this birdie putt. Looking out to the right. It should swing right to left on him.
One of the few he's missed this week.
Yeah, right? Because he's expected to make them all.
Marking it. You see that? He's gonna take in his moment. This means a lot to him, finishing runner-up to Gregory Odom last year.
This is Gonzalez to tap in for his par. Great week for Diego Gonzalez. It finishes at even par. The graduate student from North Carolina, A&T.
Well done.
And Everett Whiten Jr. with an 8 under 64. He finishes at 14 under.
Oh, you got to be careful. There's a pond there.
Good job. Drop it in the pond. Good job.
That is fantastic stuff. The Howard Bison, they win the men's Division I team championship of the 2023 PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship.
That's what it's all about, Fran.
And there's last year's champion, Greg Odom Jr., dapping up his buddy.
This Howard program is on the way up.
That is good stuff. Everett Whiten Jr. with a banner day. 8 under 64 as the Howard Bison win this tournament. Trophy presentations coming up.
Feeding time in the morning is very exciting. I used to feed them Purina One. It just wasn't my preference feeding them the chicken byproduct meal or a corn gluten meal.
When I look at the ingredients of the Blue Life Protection formula,
these are all things that I want to feed my dogs. It feels good feeding them something that I know is good for them.
Narrow is no good. That's why I wear new wide-fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You just step in and go with no bending down. They even go on easy sitting because wider is better. Even I could have made that. Try new wide-fit Skechers slip-ins.
All golfers can agree, hitting it far feels great. But does it feel great? A first in forging has created irons that have never felt better. Paradigm was precisely constructed with the first ever AI-designed forged 455 face cup and an all-new speed frame to enhance speed and feel, earning 15 out of 15 stars from the Golf Digest Hot List. This is the new Paradigm in performance from Callaway, the kings of distance.
Hiring is step one when it comes to our growth. We can't open a new shop or a new location without the right people in place. I couldn't keep up until I found ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps us get out there quickly and get us qualified candidates quickly. They sent us applicants that matched what I was looking for. I've hired for every role, entry-level technicians, service advisors, store managers. ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/golf.
Why did we choose Safelite? For us, driving around is the only way we can get our baby to sleep. So when our windshield cracked, we can't drive this. We needed it fixed right. We went to Safelite.com. There's no one else we'd trust. Their experts replaced our windshield and recalibrated our car's advanced safety system. They focus on our safety, so we can focus on this little guy.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
For over 3 decades, it's been the tradition, but for the PGA Tour champions, it's the season's first big test.
First major of the year on the PGA Tour champion schedule.
Regions Tradition on Golf Channel and Peacock.
The prospect of something bigger and better is looming on the horizon for the LPGA Tour.
Don't miss the LPGA's best in the Cognizant Founders Cup on Golf Channel and Peacock.
Today's coverage is brought to you by ADT. When every second counts, trust ADT. And by Chase Sapphire. Upgrade your travel and dining experiences with Chase Sapphire. Just a banner day of golf here at Shoal Creek in Birmingham, Alabama. The final round action of the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship. Pukan, a winner in the women's individual. Let's send it down to Steve Burkowski.
Fran, thank you so much. The fun part for the champions this year. Pleased to be alongside Nathan Karnes, Secretary of the PGA of America. And you mentioned it, Pukan, a winner with a total of a 3-round score, 218, 3 over par. And Nathan, I know you'd like to hand off something special to now a 2-time champion of this event.
That's right. On behalf of the PGA of America, Pooh, congratulations on a great week.
Thank you.
A lot of pressure coming down the stretch, a lot of emotions, things wrapping up here on 18. How would you describe what your emotions were like internally as you tried to win this for the second time in 3 years?
Well, it was like everyone like in the group, like we give our best shot. I was like sticking to my plan, and then there's some of things that is like I would like to make that putt on 17. It didn't drop, but I keep it cool, and then I try to stick to my plan, and then it was very nerve-wracking, and I was very nervous, so it was great to winning again.
Winning again, certainly. Go back to that win from 2 years ago. What level of confidence did you have here today in the final round, knowing you could handle a moment like this?
Well, it was we always expect to win. I always expect to win, and then I give it my best shot, and that's all I can do in my control, and then that's how I control my mental game. And I've been working on my mental, try to keep in present and stuff. So that pay off today.
Certainly did. You controlled it extremely well. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Fran?
All right, and I like how Pooh said, it was nice to win again, because she did. Big smile on the face of Pukan. Also, big smile on the face of CM Mixon. Watch the fist pump here for the victory, and we will get the trophy presentation for CM Mixon, the men's individual round, coming up next.
The Annika Award, presented by Stifel. In 2021, in her first college season, Stanford's Rachel Heck won a Division I leading 6 times, including conference, regional, and NCAA championship titles. A former Player of the Year in junior golf, in 2021, Heck became Stanford's first Annika Award recipient. The Annika Award, presented by Stifel.
Should I hit a 5 or a 6?
What's the distance?
Quiet the noise with Arcos.
Our app syncs with sensors in your grips to track your shots in real time, so you play with more focus and greater confidence. Arcos, the advantage is simple.
I love my new Go Golf Sketcher slip-ins. You just step in and go, even if your hands are full with, I don't know, a major championship trophy.
What if your hands are full with 2? Yep, still works.
Try new Go Golf Sketcher slip-ins.
Is that Pete Davidson?
I Googled myself yesterday. It was bad.
Yeah! You run around like a kid and you're not a kid anymore. You're a man.
Ow! She love me, calm, handsome, and I'm talented. What?
You run away from people who love you.
I don't do that.
Nothing is as important as family.
Do you know what it's like to have people constantly ask you about your brothers?
You don't exactly lead a quiet life.
Wow. No, I try to do nice things, yet they still think I'm like a joke. What they gonna do? What they gonna say? I just want like a regular type life.
Your life is fascinating. Now, I don't know what it's like to live it, but god damn do we have fun watching it.
This is what I mean.
Best golf.
Wow. This play here. What a shot.
The PGA Tour's next stop is the AT&T Byron Nelson on Golf Channel and Peacock.
In the AAPI community, we're trying to say something powerful, poignant, perfect. But sometimes it's enough to say something, anything, everything. AAPI Amplified. Amplify our everything.
Well, the finish in the men's individual was just as exciting as what we saw with the women. The CM mixing with the birdie on the last to win it. And now for the men's individual trophy presentation, we check back in with Steve Burkowski.
We're handing out more trophies on this championship Wednesday, Fran. Again, Nathan Carnes from the PGA of America alongside to present our champion, CM Mixon. 3-round total of 211, 2 under par, the 2023 individual championship for the men.
Yeah, on behalf of the PGA of America, CM, congratulations on a great week. Well done.
Appreciate that.
All right, CM. That final group of individuals, all 4 players had a chance to win on this final green. Take us through what your mindset was with the tee shot and how you were feeling over that putt to win it.
I think the mindset was simple. I knew where the wind was coming from. It was coming out the west. I was playing a little draw all day. So all I did was just aim over the top of the bunker and just try to play a draw. I knew the right side had a great angle into the green and was able to dial one in. And then over the putt, it was just go back to routine, drills, and just let it fall. And thankfully it did.
This is your 3rd time playing in this championship. You had finished 6th. You had finished 9th. Why was this the year you were able to get it done?
I think the biggest thing is just mitigating mistakes. In the past, I made a lot of birdies, but a lot of bogeys and doubles too. So finally this week, I was able to limit those and then capitalize on some birdies, and thankfully I came out on top.
What does this breakthrough in an event like this mean for you moving forward?
I think it's just a huge confidence booster. I think it's a big humbling event, too. I think in the past, after small amounts of success, I settled. But now that I have this opportunity, I'm just going to keep pushing forward and practice even harder.
CM, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Fran?
Berkeley, you like to hear that. And he's going to keep working hard to see if he can find further success. And he rallied after a bogey off the first, but ended up with a birdie at the last. Everett Whiten Jr. had 8 birdies on the day. We'll get the presentation for the Howard Bison. Look out! Up next.
Wow.
Introducing ADT Self-Setup featuring Google Nest products. Now you can easily install your system that's backed by ADT's 24/7 monitoring with no long-term contracts.
Hey, you too.
Have fun.
When the most trusted name in home security adds the intelligence of Google, you have a home with no worries. Brought to you by...
prospect of something bigger and better is looming on the horizon for the LPGA Tour.
Don't miss the LPGA's best in the Cognizant Founders Cup on Golf Channel and Peacock.
Well, after day one, it was really never in doubt. The Howard University really took care of business all 3 days. They are the men's Division I champ, the PGA WORKS Collegiate Championship, and back down to Steve for the trophy presentation.
One more trophy presentation indeed, Fran. It is the men's Division I team championship once again alongside Nathan Carnes, Secretary of the PGA of America. Nathan, before we hand this off to Howard University, a monumental week, and the folks in this Birmingham, Alabama area put on quite a show for everyone involved.
Yes, they did. And first of all, I'd like to thank the Shoal Creek and the Bentbrook membership. We couldn't do it without their support, both the clubs and the community. But on behalf of the PGA of America, PGA Reach, and all of our outstanding partners, I'd like to congratulate Howard University on such a great week and a 25 unders total score. And I'm going to hand this over to their coach and congratulate.
Sam Puryear, head coach of Howard University, year 3 of this program. We've won this championship 2 years in a row. You and I have spoken on several occasions this week, and you've had the utmost belief in these young men in just a short time to put this program on the map. Where does that belief come from seeing what they were able to accomplish here this week?
I always say trust the process. And these young men have trusted the process, and they've sacrificed a lot. I mean, I expect and ask a lot out of them, but too much is given, much is expected. And these young men have risen, and they've answered the call. And it's pretty exciting to see all the hard work, the culmination of all the hard work kind of manifest into what you saw this week. This was special. We broke a lot of personal school records, and it's interesting. EJ made a comment 2 weeks ago. He said, wouldn't it be nice if at one point during our year, everybody can play well at the same time instead of having 2 people or 3 people or 1 person. And after that first round, he looked at me and said, hey, it happened. And from that point on, we had a really good vibe on Tuesday, just coming to the golf course. And we ate at the same place every day, just trying to keep the luck going. And we ate again there last night, and that turned into what it turned into. So we're very grateful, thankful. It's a special opportunity, and we were very appreciative of this chance.
You told me earlier this week the greatest satisfaction you have as a head coach is seeing the dreams you had as a student athlete at Tennessee State now being fulfilled by these young men right here. How much do you believe they understand what it's taken for this entire championship in your program at such a young age to make such a statement?
Well, they have no idea how poorly underfunded we were 30-some years ago, but to see a group of brown kids do what we've done and the belief system that they've established, and it's fantastic right now. I'm really proud of each and every guy because we've been doing finals in the middle of the golf tournament, taking finals, studying for finals at the same time. EJ goes back and graduates when we get back on Saturday. So for us, we've been able to minimize the distractions and just embrace each other and continue to support each other.
Coach, congratulations. Everett, let's get you in here. Swap places out with Coach. What's your initial reaction to how you played today and what your team has accomplished for the second straight year?
Yeah, it was a great day. Like Coach said, we had good vibes all week. Good vibes coming to the course today. Just try to stay patient and put myself in good positions.
How have you and this entire team been able to buy into what Coach has been selling, for lack of a better term, that things can happen and they can happen quickly, and this validates all that hard work?
Yeah, I think he has a ton of experience, and just listening to him and putting it to action when we go out on the course. And like you said, trust the process. I'm proud of my teammates, and we put one together. We got the W.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations to you and the entire team. Fran, as I send it back to you.
Yeah, Burko, just really an impressive group of young men, and Coach Sam Perrier as well. Fantastic week, Smiley, here at your home club, Shoal Creek.
Yeah, congratulations to all the champions, and I tell you what, it was fun to watch, and Shoal Creek membership was happy to play host. Brian Korn, the staff, all their hard work, and James Carroll, the superintendent. Golf course was great, and it was fun being in the booth with you, Fran.
Oh, I absolutely enjoyed it and loved it. And also, too, let's take a look at the leaderboards one more time here. You know, this is the first year that this event has actually been on television, and it's been in existence for 36 years, but now I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
I am as well. The participants, they rose to the occasion. They loved playing in front of the big lights and the cameras, and we saw so many great shots, birdies galore, and look at Howard. They were the stars of the show.
Yeah, tremendous picture right there, and Everett Whiten Jr. with a bogey-free 864, leading Howard. Winners by 57 shots. They were all lucky to stay dry when they got close to that little creek there on 18. But it's been a great week overall here. And coming up next, it's Golf Central. And tune in tomorrow at 4 Eastern as well on Golf Channel and Peacock for first-round coverage of the AT&T Byron Nelson. For the entire crew, I'm Fran Charles saying so long from Shoal Creek, Alabama. It's been an outstanding week. Congrats to all the winners.
Scottie Scheffler gets a Texas-sized welcome this week in his home state. The world's #2 player setting to tee off at the event that's always circled on his calendar while also preparing for the year's second major. And Joe LaCava has become one of the most sought-after caddies in the game. A week after taking over full-time for Patrick Cantlay, Tiger Woods' former caddy is filling in for a star on the LPGA Tour. That's coming up on Golf Central.
Golf Central, brought to you by Callaway Golf.
And with that, welcome into Golf Central. Whit Watson with you for the next hour. We get ready for the AT&T Byron Nelson, plus the Founders Cup on the LPGA Tour, major championship golf at the Regions Tradition on the PGA Tour Champions. Joined for this hour by Tripp Eisenhower. And Tripp, as we speak, we just came off some college golf over the last 3 days here on Golf Channel. And I know that with the NCAA championships coming up, that's got your attention right now.
Well, it sure does, Whit. This week, 30 teams of the females playing golf in college will be going to Greyhawk, and then follow that with the men that will go. Collegiate golf is really at a high level right now. It is flying high, and it's great to see. It's well-deserved. A ton of great athletes playing this great game in college and hopefully beyond, and we'll see the stars shine at Greyhawk the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, the Howard men really dominant at that event in Alabama the last 3 days. Let's get to the pro game and head to TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney, Texas, home to the AT&T Byron Nelson for the third consecutive year. This used to be the Texas Victory Open. Byron Nelson won it in its first year, 1944, and it's been all over Dallas ever since. Former champions Sam Snead, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Tom Watson won it 4 times. K.H. Lee is back to defend his championship again, and even without Jordan Spieth, another former Longhorn in the field, world #2 Scottie Scheffler makes the start after sitting out the Wells Fargo last week, and he is the heavy favorite to win this week. The last time a Texan won the Byron Nelson, 2007, Scott Verplank beat Luke Donald by a shot. The 2007 tournament, the first after Nelson's passing, and Verplank, a Dallas native, called it a 5th major. He said afterwards, "Byron was with me today." That was the last PGA Tour win of Scott Verplank's career. Since 1970, Verplank, one of only 4 Texans to win the Byron Nelson, joining Ben Crenshaw, our own Billy Ray Brown, and Bruce Litsky, who won it twice in 1981 and 88. In fact, 9 of the last 14 Byron Nelson tournaments have been won by non-Americans. But as mentioned, that could change this week. Scottie Scheffler, along with Jon Rahm, playing the best golf in the world right now. Worst finish this year, T12. In February, he successfully defended his title at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Scheffler finally putting away Nick Taylor to win by 2 shots. And then a month later, Scheffler lapped the field at TPC Sawgrass, a 5-shot win, the largest margin of victory at the Players since 2006. Scheffler joined Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus as the only players to win both the Masters and a Players in a 12-month span, temporarily regained the world's #1 ranking since taken back by Rahm. And a history for Scheffler at the AT&T Byron Nelson. He made his tour debut there as an amateur in 2014 at the age of 17, made the cut that year. And then here he is with Byron Nelson. Scheffler was 7 years old in this photograph, taken back in 2003. With more from Texas, we'll send it to George Savarikas.
Whit, he's a star atop the marquee here at the AT&T Byron Nelson. It's world #2 Scotty Scheffler, the highest-ranked player in the field, and he's the main draw this week at TPC Craig Ranch. Caught up with Scotty earlier to talk about the state of his game, the connection to the event here at the AT&T Byron Nelson, and how impactful it was to take a break after the RBC Heritage.
Yeah, it was good. I tend to get pretty tired after the majors, and so having that little bit of a break was nice once Hilton Head got done, and it was a busy start to the year, and so it was a good little reset.
What went into the decision to take last week off and have this on the schedule?
Yeah, so I want to support the events that are close to home. You know, the Byron means a lot to me. They gave me a spot when I was in high school here at this tournament, and so it's important for me to come back here and play. And yeah, that was pretty much the decision.
Since first playing here back in 2014, and I remember talking to you that week when you were a 17-year-old teeing it up here, what's it like now growing into where you're the headliner, you're the highest-ranked player in the field, and you're the local guy?
Yeah, it's interesting, and it's definitely a lot of fun playing in front of the home crowds, and yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. I remember playing here in high school, and it felt like a really big deal, and at the time it was, and it's still a big deal for me to come here and show up and play, and so I'm excited to be here and looking for a good week.
Looking at your results in the PGA Tour since the Worldwide Technology Championship at Mayakoba, you've had 11 starts, top 12 or better each and every single time. When you hear those numbers and that level of consistency, what comes to mind?
Well, I'm glad that I've shown some consistency. That's what I think I'm searching for always as a player. And when we're practicing and working on stuff, I'm trying to get more consistent. And so to have those results is good. And I'm fortunate to have a couple wins as well. And so all I'm doing is just trying to keep myself in a good position and see what happens.
Last year at this point of the season, you had 4 wins in a major. You ended the season 4 wins in a major, but PGA Tour Player of the Year. You already have a couple wins now. What can you draw on from last year as you try and play your best golf at this point of the season going forward?
Yeah, trying to manage my energy levels. I think that's why I took a bit of a break. Had a nice, few weeks off just because the season's a grind. And now, especially with the tournaments having so many good players, it feels like you're playing a major almost every week you show up. And so it's a little bit of a different feeling, but as a player, it's a lot of fun getting to compete against the best guys pretty much, or nearly every time we tee it up.
Final question. I remember talking to 17-year-old Scotty Scheffler. He didn't quite have the beard.
Yeah, I got a little lazy.
But if you told him that, hey, 9 years from now, you're going to have 6 wins, a major, be world #2, what would you think of the journey?
Yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride. If you would have told me that back then, I probably would have told you you're crazy. I was just a high school kid. I was just trying to play some good golf, and I didn't really know where it would take me. I always liked practicing and playing, and so it was just something that I did. And so golf's treated me well for a long time, and I'm very blessed to be out here. And yeah, looking forward to this week.
With how much success Scotty's had on the PGA Tour, it's surprising in his hometown event. We've never seen him post a top 10 finish, but you wonder with his recent form if that'll change this week at TPC Craig Ranch.
Scotty Scheffler has the late early shift on the first 2 days. He starts Thursday at 1:44 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is the marquee group on Thursday, 2-time defending champion K.H. Lee and Jason Day. Tripp, if there is no Jon Rahm, we're talking about Scotty Scheffler as the hands-down player of the year and the voting right now. But as good of a year as Rahm is having, Scheffler sometimes, I think, gets overlooked. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with that. It's like, Rahm is that, and then every now and then Rory flashes up. And, of course, when I talk about the 3 players that can make the game look pretty easy when they play right now currently, it is those 3, and for a couple of reasons. And I think Scheffler does it completely different than the other two. And it's really that he has no weaknesses. If you look at him statistically, he is about as solid as it gets. When you see the number ones and twos next to some of his stats, in particular, he's number one in greens in regulation. That's not on here. He's third in total driving, second in scoring. When you have all those kind of numbers, usually it correlates with your world rank. The only problem is his putting's a little inconsistent. In particular, he's not very good from 15 to 25 feet, and that's where most of the players gain their strokes in strokes gained putting. He's making about 13 to 14%. Compare that to Jordan Spieth at his height of his career. He was making about 23, 24% of those putts from 15 to 25 feet. But look, he hits the ball so well that it's awfully tough mathematically when you hit as many greens as he does and you give yourself as many chances for them to go in, or he would be winning by a large margin. And that's the other thing about those three players that I mentioned, that being Scheffler, Rahm, and McIlroy. They have the ability to distance themselves from quality fields. I mean, you look at his 6 wins, Scottie Scheffler. You've got 2 of those were distancing at the Masters by 4 shots, and at the you look at he won the Masters, by 3, and he won the Players by 5, as you mentioned. So he distanced himself there. Rahm does the same thing. 4 of his wins have been by 3 or more shots in his career. And, of course, Rory, of his 23 wins, 6 of those have come with 3 or more strokes, including 2 majors by a combined 16 shots. And that's what you look for as a player that's so much better than everybody else. The problem for Scheffler, as you mentioned, is he's got Jon Rahm, who equally statistically has everything, and he's a better putter week to week. So if there's one thing he could shore up a little bit on a week-to-week basis, it's that. But he hits the ball so well, it's really tough to do. I think that Scottie Scheffler is that guy, though, when he gets a chance and he's there, he doesn't beat himself. He's mentally as tough as anybody. It may not look great with the swing, like his feet sliding around, but you look at his ball flight and you look at the results, they speak for themselves.
Well, the challenge for Scheffler and all those stats you mentioned, if he's number 1, Rahm is number 2. And if Scheffler's number 2, then Rahm is number 1. It's almost a dead heat statistically. Let me ask you specifically about the event this week. With his history in Texas and in the Dallas area, do you think there's a little added internal pressure, self-inflicted pressure to win this week for Scheffler?
Of course there is. I mean, because of the same reason it applies to Jordan Spieth if he were playing. You know, an event that he absolutely broke through as a 16-year-old, played in the event just like Scheffler did. And being from the area, this was an event that every kid would go to. And I remember so many of those young juniors coming out to this event and getting to see the best players. And, of course, being Byron Nelson's tournament, having that legacy on there. This is a big one for the guys in Texas. So it is rare for the guys from Texas to win, but Scottie Scheffler does have that added pressure. But look, he deals very, very well with added pressure. I think this week, it being a little bit of a birdie fest, he can play birdie ball, but I like him better on difficult setups. That's why I think that would be another challenge for him this week. It is absolute track meet. But look, he's got track shoes and he can run pretty fast.
And Tripp is going to rejoin us a little bit later here on Golf Central. Not a big surprise, but it was made official today that Tiger Woods will not be in the field next week at the PGA Championship at Oak Hill. He last played at the Masters, where he made the cut, but withdrew before completing his 3rd round. Tiger was in obvious pain before that withdrawal. He then had ankle surgery on April 19th. One player still on the entry list for the PGA Championship is Jordan Spieth. On Monday, Spieth had to withdraw from the Byron Nelson with what he called severe wrist pain. Spieth, of course, needs to win the PGA to complete the career Grand Slam, currently ranked 10th in the world. Also in the field at the PGA Championship, 18 players who play on the LIV Golf Series, including a pair of 2-time PGA champions, Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka. Koepka coming off a 2nd-place finish at the Masters last month. The 2002 Open champion, 2022 Open champion Cam Smith is also in the field. He is the highest-ranked player on LIV with a mark of 8th in the world. When we come back, we are on the eve of the Founders Cup. LPGA Commissioner Molly Marcoux-Simon addressed the media today from Upper Montclair Country Club in New Jersey.
Golf Central, brought to you by Odyssey, the #1 putter on tour, and by True Temper, the #1 shaft in golf.
Most driver technologies give you either more distance or more forgiveness.
Yeah, but I want both.
That's why we shifted the paradigm.
Go on.
We created a 360 carbon chassis that's 44% lighter than titanium.
So what'd you do with the weight?
It's been redistributed to give our longest driver ever significantly tighter downrange dispersion.
I love that.
This is the new paradigm in performance from Callaway, the kings of distance.
There's the science of the game. There's the philosophy. Then there's the feel. The way 30 unique muscles, 27 bones, become 10 fingers, 2 palms, and the perfect grip. It's about connection. When the connection feels right, you're in complete control. And it all starts right here. Win Grips. For the feel of the game.
How's your day?
Are you kidding me? I'm great. I just hit a perfect 3-wood. I was 225 out. Water in front. Breeze in my face. But I went for it. I hit this perfect draw. Landed pin high.
Golf Tech will get you so excited about your game, you'll tell everyone.
I've been taking lessons at Golf Tech. Golf Tech is the way to way better.
Identical twins Bethany and Stephanie both struggled with CPAP for their sleep apnea. But Stephanie got Inspire, an implanted device that works inside the body. There's no reason to keep struggling.
Inspire. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Every golf day is a great day, especially when it costs less. Save hundreds every year on play with the Golf Pass Plus membership. Get $120 in tee time credits on Golf Now bookings, plus $40 to spend on TaylorMadeGolf.com. It all adds up to more time on the course. Life's just better with Golf Pass. Play more, play better with the membership for the golf obsessed.
Upper Montclair Country Club formed in 1901, but it wasn't until 1928 when a proper 18-hole course was built. It's hosted the PGA Tour, PGA Tour Champions, and LPGA Tour events in the past, and this week hosting the LPGA's Founders Cup, a tournament first played in 2011, now being played at Upper Montclair for the second time. In 2022, the LPGA saw its largest purses and winners' checks in the history of the tour. And keeping that momentum going is one of the primary tasks for the commissioner, Molly Marcoux-Simon, who addressed a variety of topics with the media earlier today, starting with a question about a meeting at the Chevron Championship with many of the heads of the sport's other governing bodies and what came out of it for the LPGA.
First, we wanted to educate. We wanted to sort of set the stage for where women's golf is, where we've been, where we are currently, and where we think we can go, and intersect that with where women's sports are. So we brought in some experts from the industry, at large, to be able to educate the golf leaders, and they're really committed to what we're doing. They're really committed to growing girls' golf collectively, and I think the idea was, let's bring all the people with the most power in the industry together, give them some education, and think innovatively about the future. What can we do structurally? What can we do to move our initiatives forward? And they're super engaged and super passionate about it, so I think it was a really big next step, because we've been doing it all along. They've all been dug in, but this is kind of that next iteration.
When do you think we'll be able to see some of the fruits of that meeting out here on the LPGA Tour?
I think, again, it's a process, and already tons of ideas have been circulating, and I think now people are at a kind of level set on where we are, and so I think you'll see some change right away. I'm really optimistic about where we're going.
Molly, on the PGA Tour, they have the Player Impact Fund for some of the bigger needle movers in the game. Has there been any thought to bringing something like that to the LPGA?
Well, I think, not to comment specifically on some of the ideas, but we're really looking at how we can work collectively as a team. I mean, this is the Players Tour, and so how can we, I looked out at our player meeting out in Arizona, and I looked out and saw the 150 best players in the world, and I just thought about the collective power of we. You know, how can we all come together to elevate this? And so we're thinking of creative ideas. I don't think the players need an incentive to grow the LPGA Tour. It's their tour. But how can we, more importantly, kind of elevate them? You know, how can we use our sponsorships to give them more revenue opportunities? How can we think about giving them a more stable existence out here through our partnerships? You know, whether it's through minimum payouts for different events or stipends at different events, so they can get to the first tee ready to perform. And that's really some of the things we've been focusing on with our partnership team, or what are the creative ways that we can make the lives of our players better to be able to use their platform more aggressively.
Do you feel that the players are buying in fully to, elevating the tour?
I think so. I mean, I think, listen, at the end of the day, that's one of the reasons why I love this job, is because it's their tour. We work for them. We serve them. So any decision that we make is always to elevate the tour, and I think they see that. And so continuing to talk about it, continuing to get their feedback, continuing to bring the player directors, but also the players at large into what we do, is really important for us moving forward. And they're passionate. I mean, I ask players for a meeting, and they're absolutely, what do you want to know? What do you want to hear? How can we work together? So it is their tour.
There's obviously been a large influx of money into golf in general over the last few years. Has that changed your goal for growing purse sizes or partnerships or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important that we continue to grow at a faster clip even, just because you don't want that divide to become bigger. It's like we want to catch up. And so obviously we're watching carefully and trying to figure out how we can, part of the commission's goals is how we can all come together and use some of that money that's being invested in the game to grow the women's game too. I mean, this is a team sport. I always say that, and like Seth Wall will always say that, life is a team sport. Well, I think golf's a team sport, and we got to get everybody kind of rowing in the same direction.
Molly, a few weeks ago at Chevron, some comments had come out from Greg Norman saying he was still very interested in the women's side of the game. Have you heard anything from them more recently about getting involved with the LPGA?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not positive of what he was referring to, but I think, as I've said before, it's always our responsibility to kind of listen and learn. And right now, we're really just focused on what we're doing and we're really bullish about where we're going. So that's kind of where we are right now. So nothing new to report.
Let's get to the event. A week after debuting on the bag for Patrick Cantlay at the Wells Fargo, Joe LaCava staying busy this week. He is carrying for Nelly Korda at the Founders Cup. LaCava, obviously, the longtime caddy for Tiger Woods before moving on. The world's best players in that group tomorrow. Korda playing with Lydia Ko at 8:21 Thursday morning. Hannah Green of Australia, the third member of the group trip. Korda was third at Chevron, which was the first major of the year for the LPGA. And her 8 wins have come in a 4.5-year span. So injuries aside, as I just mentioned, it seems like this is the level we expect a Nelly Korda to play at.
Yeah, and most of her wins come when she's in front, and she's in front most of the time, heading into the final round. That's the one thing I would like to see her play a little bit more aggressively when she's behind. I look at Chevron as a perfect example. No knock against Lilia Vu, but I think Nelly Korda was playing so well and doing so many things that were just kind of right there, but it was lacking that I'm going to go get this. I'm going to go do it. And just like I was talking about in the earlier segment, when I was talking about the three men at the top of the game, the three ladies at the top of the game. They have that distancing ability as well, and they have the ability to win by multiple shots, that being Nelly Korda, of course, playing with Lydia Ko this week, and then, of course, Jin Young Ko. I mean, these three players, when they're playing their best, they look unbeatable. The problem is I just don't think Nelly has that when she's chasing, like, this is my tournament and I'm going to go win it and I'm going to chase it down. I'm better than everybody else. Now, she may believe that, and I'm sure she does when she's in front. It's just I think when she's chasing a little bit, she needs to get more aggressive. She has the ability to get to the par fives. You look at her golf swing. She's a fantastic putter. She's got a great short game. I think she does need to win more. I really do. You look at her results this year. Of course, 6 of her 7 starts in individual times have been top 6 finishes. She's right there every week. She needs to throw up a few more W's. She needs to have more trophies, in particular in the major championships, because that's where the best are tested and the best usually rise to the top. And she's clearly